Hi everybody, welcome to ZealZaddy. I'm Scott Coventry and we're playing Crosscodes today. That is our D&D 5e sci-fi variant using the Esper Genesis system. Esper Genesis, if you don't know, is made by Alligator Alley Entertainment. It is a terrific sci-fi game system, world, what have you. A lot of product built around it. Several good big products out. One more coming this quarter, I think. The Threats database, or not Threats database, the Technician's Guide.
It's summer.
Oh, is it summer? It's summer.
Master Technician's Guide.
Technician's Guide is summer. Okay. So I guess in the next quarter or beginning of the third, somewhere in there, I would think. If you don't know the game, you should definitely check it out. If you know D&D, you will know how to play Esper Genesis. The nice thing is, it's not just a reskinning of D&D. There's a lot of things very different. The powers are not the same as the spells in most cases. I mean, there are a few that are more or less the same. I mean, a lightning bolt is a lightning bolt, regardless of what you name it, what you call it. Today's episode is Season 1, Episode 23, The Life of a Rugged Individualist. When we last left, I'm going to do a little recap. It'll be a short one. I don't do many. I usually like to let the players do the recaps, because I learned that I glean things from their
You can't
thoughts.
leave it in the hands of his incompetent monkeys anymore.
Say I totally can. My incompetent monkeys sometimes get it right. Sometimes.
We get
In the last episode, they were attacked by two giant worms as they flew an airplane out of a cavern. Yeah, we're playing a science fiction game, and yes, it was an airplane. It was a propeller-driven airplane.
Yeah, a relic.
On a moon, and it's a Terran airplane. Nobody knows how old it is, but it's definitely very, very old. The pilot, our pilot Jack, got them out with much of the airplane still intact.
Yeah, good rolls.
Yeah.
Did a wonderful job.
It still had two wheels, a front
Out of three.
and a rear.
2 out of 3.
It still had some of the framework of the cockpit. None of the glass. The glass was all gone.
Lots of eggs.
Yeah, and it was full of eggs that were worth a lot of money. But before they left, they found a little encampment with a logbook. Well, not a logbook, but a computer that was also ancient, although not as ancient as the airplane, and no bodies. But the assumption is the worms fed well that day.
Yep.
When they flew out to get the airplane back to the purchaser of their services of retrieving it, they were given an opportunity to make some more money in a way that they had not done in the past,
Right.
which would be the kind term for would be to do assassination work or wet work. They've not made a decision on that. I think there are dissenting views on doing it, mostly because some people want to save their soul from whatever that becomes, and some aren't sure what that means. So they went through a meeting and have still not made a decision, but they do know they need to get to the deep line to get some maintenance work and some repair, not maintenance, a new piece of equipment made for their ship, the
Legacy
Legacy of
of
Ator.
Yes.
I know of Ator.
Or the Legacy.
Their ship renamed for the third time the Legacy of Ator.
Yeah. Moving target.
And they ate a good dinner.
Heck yeah.
Nice dinner. It probably
That
had
was not green cake.
had no bombs ingested whatsoever.
Not this time. There was some wine
No green
bombs.
cake. So let's go to the rear camera. Before we get started, I just want everyone to know we play at the Adventure Game Store and Cafe in Davie, Florida. If you want to play board games, role-playing games, card games, the place is amazing. They have a billion games available, most knowledgeable staff you'll find about board games, and there's games going on almost all the time. I mean, they open around noon and they shut down when the last game ends.
Monkey knife fights on alternating Tuesdays, provided the combatants are ready.
Monkey Knife Fights, the board game.
Hey, nice.
The board game, yeah.
It's all cardboard.
So let's let everybody introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Keith Dalrymple. I play Marl Yaris, a Starkesh adept and the crew tech sergeant, who is an ancient relic himself, thanks to Atorian cryostasis. And he likes to keep a lot to himself because his linguistics aren't that great, thanks to a little syntax chip in the back of his neck. But he's a pretty chummy guy and enjoys traveling with his crew, including its newest member, who's absent.
Yeah, we're missing one today who's not feeling good.
I'm Eugene Marshall, and I am playing Kelrin Ganrick, a Dendus Melder and astral cartographer, who is, he likes long walks on the beach, and he is, doesn't feel real great about the idea of coring somebody's skull like an apple, which is effectively what we've been asked to do. However, he does like money.
And the science is fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, what actually happened?
But not to be mean, to leave make a statement. The coring was meant to make a statement.
It's just to make a statement to kill that person.
I'm Kevin Wagner, playing Jet Crow Specialist and pilot of the Legacy of Ator. Currently feeling unusually morally conflicted. Jack's a pretty straightforward guy. Actually kind of contemplating the ethics of doing this.
Hello, I'm Kyle Jablonski. I play 1479 Soren, the Ashen Forged warrior, who is currently as happy as a pig in slop thanks to all his new toys in the armory/bathroom.
Insane.
Grenades! Oh, there's a lot more than grenades on this list. And he is of the opinion that, yeah, we're at war. It's time to do some dirty work. Maybe. The thought is there.
Refurbish the brig/cryo bay.
That too. We have to plug the hole from the.
Reinforcing the armory /
We got to plug the hole that he put in the one cryo tube when he had to put down the hook core, because it may or may not have gotten out and caused problems.
Maybe.
Still sad about that.
The hook core. We hardly knew ye.
I'm going to make one change to what happened last week. This was the symbol that was
Oh, okay.
saved, not the little star.
From the data that was retrieved from the campsite tablet?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we determined that the interpretation of that symbol is the same, though, right? We asked the computer, I believe, and it was an old symbol for a anti-Silrain conspiracy,
Some kind
right?
of shadow net.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm.
And apparently the
Aetheron.
Aetheron is okay. And the owner of this ancient laptop,
Yes.
the ancients called
Right.
it, was a member of this, we think, and was the collector that had stored this ancient vessel that we recovered. He got trapped by the worms or something.
Yeah, and you haven't had a whole lot of time to go through it in depth, but you know you can work your way through
And
it.
it's like 100-year-old dossiers on people, right?
Including the ancestor of our current.
Enemy.
No, it's actually a current friend. It was an ancestor of Anya.
Oh, did we find any info on the Dubois in that?
I don't know.
database?
I don't know if we
I
asked.
don't think it mentioned it.
Barely had time to download it into a secure network.
Yeah, and because the ship said something about don't let this get out. Or
Don't
else-
connect it to the SIM or it'll ping or
Yep.
something. It will be in trouble.
Yeah, so it's onto the virtual machine it goes.
Right. Yeah. Put it in the same in the little box.
Windows 97. Windows 3000. Click.
There's 3,000.
Click.
It won't work. It's optimizing your experience.
No.
The whole session.
Rotate the mics a little bit this way. It just rotates.
That
Just
one, yeah. I
No,
was
no,
wondering
the
about
whole
that.
bar.
Oh, the whole bar.
Just move it that way, I guess.
There you go.
Move it this way.
All right, get more of the middle.
How's
There you
that?
go. Perfect.
Oh, center it.
Thank you.
Testing, testing.
Hello.
That's it.
Worse.
We will project.
I can use my theater voice.
And you were looking at the logbook.
Yes. The logbook, right. There was a paper logbook in the
Yes.
glove box. Glove box, that's what I'm sure.
Nobody calls it that.
People in like
Yeah.
10,000
You
years
wouldn't
in
even
the
know it's called a
future.
glove box.
Yeah, what the hell's a glove box, right? Anyway, finds this logbook. And it's probably like, does it, yeah, where?
This is the last page of the logbook.
This is great.
Awesome.
So everybody knows.
Handouts.
Hold it up to the computer. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So this is like handwritten.
Yeah,
long-
it's supposed to be handwritten.
Well, yeah. So I'm. Oh my gosh. So the Barnstormer, piloted by Felix Rose. So
Right.
you know.
Oh, there we go.
What's this thing?
The Barnstormer. So Kelrin comes running in. You guys are looking at the database. We're like, guys, I've interpreted this. It's an ancient form of Terran. One of their many ridiculous dialects. Why can't they speak just one language? What's wrong with them? Anyway,
The last few pages are not ancient Terran.
Oh, you're
They're
right.
just Terran.
So are these the last few? I don't know what the current year is.
The last
honestly.
days. That is about 107 years ago.
Oh, okay. So actually, but if you look at the last page, you'll see that this Felix Rose must be the owner of that ancient computer you're looking at, and he listed his flights and their durations and their notes and their dates. Let me read it to you. Do you want to?
Sure.
Bit of engine trouble. Engine running beautifully again.
It's a separate day.
Yeah, different day. Engine's running beautifully again. Tuckett's genius. Found something interesting. I think a cavern. Okay, next flight. Definitely a cavern. Dropped sound testing. Landed nearby. I think I can. Sound testing equipment. Landed nearby. I think I can fly it. Continuing. Next flight. Equipment shows potential landing. Sent a probe. It can be done. Tested short strip landing gear. What a rush. I guess that's what we experienced.
Yeah.
You know what? That was a rush.
It was a little short strip.
Landing tomorrow. The sim does not reach. Uh-oh. Then plane doesn't start. Setting camp. Again, the next day. The sim does not reach. That's good. He says. Interesting. But I feel there's something alive in here. Considering wiping the ancient computer, but concerned I'll get out and have to start all over. Decide tomorrow. Well, I'm glad we didn't delete it.
This is good.
Felix Rose. The name of the owner.
We now have more information to go on.
What's the computer say? Put this right down here.
And it indicates that the Atheron database is even older.
Well, the device is. It's not clear to me that the database is. It might be that he wanted a device that he could be absolutely certain would not connect to the sim when he didn't want it to.
Indeed. Primitive tech that does not
Automatic.
link up.
Right. So he's using this ancient device to store probably, as you can see, simple files of text.
We can still use the sim to cross-compare some resources in the database.
Yeah, manually, right, not connecting.
Dubois ancestor.
Yeah, are there any Dubois in there?
Who was the ancestor that it came up?
This was the list of the people that you find in there that were in the encrypted
I
file.
did it up top.
That you
I'll let everybody else.
Oh.
I'll let everybody else.
Rose Felix.
So that's the initiate. Oh, the years they were initiated.
Some Ashen Forged. Members of every race.
Alare, Promethean.
A Zemira Safi.
Oh, an Eldori named
Eldori.
Safi.
Oh,
If you're watching at home, Jazz,
yeah.
there's a Safi in here.
No.
Oh, there's a Lorendi.
Yeah, there's one Lorendi on the list. And at least two of every other Silrain race. Including Balari, Matakai, Promethean, Ashen Forged, Dendis, Eldori, Kesh, and Valna.
Yeah, no, these are members. These aren't. I'm assuming there's a separate dossiers of like targets or something, right?
Yes.
And that would include the Romanovs.
And these people were in the dossiers also.
Okay. But as members, flagged as after-on members.
Correct. They were
It's
separated.
slippery data.
It's very interesting. I wonder if this organization still exists.
It's AE.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Oh, you probably heard of that.
My notes now. Jasmine's not here. I'm taking notes.
Oh, yeah. Somebody has to take notes.
But yeah,
Taking notes for Dr. Safi.
I used to take notes.
Yeah, you used to take notes like a madman. Like a college student.
I know, right?
There you go.
Now I'm more like a professor and
Right.
lazy. For some
Leave it
reason.
to your assistant.
That's right. Yeah, once they give me an assistant. So one thing
So
that
Safi is the only name that keys, but
Where have we-
it's an
Where have we heard?
extensive list.
I've heard that name before.
which one?
Gamrick.
Not Ganrick, Ganrec.
Oh, that's you. Yeah.
Different spelling, right?
Yes. Our apologies.
Yeah.
That's the old
I'm not involved in
feuding
this.
plan.
Do not impute that my
Them with the hat
That would be
fields of
quite
Tempest.
amazing, seeing as you are not a Promethean.
right.
That would be quite the change.
Yeah, dun dun dun.
There's a lot of GANs and GAMs in the Silrain arc.
It's not a can.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so Kelrin's like, at this point, I know I don't like the Dubois. I don't particularly trust the Romanovs, but they've been not kind to us until they asked us to become murderers. But I'm really not clear at this point on whether the Silrain government is someone I want to get behind or not. I mean, they are propping up the Dubois.
Yeah, I didn't hear for that part when they declared us outlaws. So,
Right?
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. So, but I also don't automatically feel like I'd want to throw my weight behind some sort of anti-Silrain organization. This sounds more like blackmail medicine to me.
It does have, according to the dossier, it does have on multiple people histories, bio readings, financial reports, and the like.
Further research will be required,
Indeed.
as well as further research into
This-
the current era politics
This,
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
this, however, begs the
You're
question.
like, what's the Silrain? What are you talking about?
I know, I understand it, but it does not seem to be a beneficial organization overall.
This begs the question, however, what do we do with the laptop? We have not handed it over to the Romanovs. Is this something we should hand over, or should it conveniently break?
Well, we told them that there was a log, correct?
Yeah.
We could provide them this.
But I believe they are also aware of the data pad.
Are they aware of the data pad?
I think it was made mention of.
Okay. Well, we should be able to copy the data very easily.
It is
As long
not.
as we do it onto
It
a...
has been copied.
We need to see what's on it.
It is not the matter of copying the data. It's whether they should have the data in the first place.
Perhaps it will get corrupted.
It could get corrupted before we hand it over.
This is a possibility. It's something we merely mentioned just to clear the air, so to speak.
I mean, it would not be...
And you're on the ship discussing this.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
We were taking.
We're not in the...
So
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ship is the only place we can access this information.
Yeah, this laptop's on the ship, so...
Make it act.
The
Does our
secure
ship?
network.
Since our ship is, feel free to just. This is just a throwaway question, but don't feel free to answer it right now or at all. But since our ship is like pretty much invisible to everything but sight, for the most part, does our ship act as like a Faraday cage blocking sim signals unless we let it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Useful.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, so we can access the thing without.
Most ships are persistently connected to the ship. The ship is not connected unless it wants to be connected.
It should also be possible to just set up a Faraday cage within the ship.
I was just curious is all. Not even really talking about any tactical reason. Just
Right.
do
Like I
we?
said, I have a secure network that all this information is
But
on.
most ships don't do that sort of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's
That
just
sounds like you're doing something illegal and
right.
I want people to know, like a smuggler
weird. Why
or an
would-
assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you want to hide?
Yeah, why?
Unless you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, Jack.
Right.
Why would you want to hide?
They mean well, right? The government? Silverine.
We're here to help.
We trust the government, we just don't trust the people running it.
This covers 10 years of initiations of all of these.
That's about 100 years ago.
Members of different species.
And it's very unusual to have a Lorendi in there, yes? Wasn't that after? Yes, it's long after the
That's
split
yeah, way after.
between the Lorendi and the
That's
Eldori.
super unusual. The thought of even having a learn.
Well, I guess the Lorendi
On the list.
have no love of the Silverine Arc, right? Because that
Correct.
enforced the Eldori domination. Do we? I mean, like, just
So that says that means that there was some kind of a recruitment of a Lorendi.
right. So stepping back from this for just a minute at a very meta level, like,
A Lorendi named Lauren Ja, suggesting possible descendants from the original Lorendi progenitor.
so is there like, what's the attitude, say, among the average person about the Silverine Arc government? Like, is it kind of the neutral?
It's so big that most people don't even. They only hear about it if there's a reason to hear about it.
Galaxy-wide plus
Right. They hear about
Federation of Planets.
the system governments are way more important than the day-to-day lives of everyone.
The Silverane only gets involved when it's something like, say, the crisis at Freesis, when something that brings the attention of the Fed, so to speak.
Or across systems, or if it disrupts global galactic trade or something like that. So this is like a highly federalized sort of system.
Another thing that may be useful, I do not recognize many of these systems or planets.
Well, Dendusar is the home, and the Bastion is a place where the Kesh spend a lot of their time, isn't it? In the book. And Val is the home planet for the Valno. Solarian Prime. Heba, I think, is a station around
It's a
Dendusar.
moon that's been converted. That's where he was for.
Some of
That's
these,
where my family lives.
some of
he
these
was
others
forged
at the
there.
top of the list, though,
Yeah.
they are
I don't know.
I like
that.
the
potentially
term
worth exploring.
forged.
Huh?
I said I like
Forged.
it. I like that you
Those
use the term
systems.
forged.
Yeah, Bastras.
Somehow appropriate for some reason.
Yes.
We should cross-reference to see how many of these people still live.
Merge
Yeah,
reps,
Valari,
energy
presumably,
save.
definitely.
There are 2 Bellari on the list.
Valari.
The Dendos can. They live for 100
Lorendi.
years.
I'm not familiar with their home worlds.
Yeah, if we can meet any of these people.
Well, Zamira Safi from Eldori, who lives on Solarian Prime, we should ask somebody we know that might be a family member when she's back and feeling better. Fortunately, our fellow shipmate, Dr. Safi, is.
It's embroiled in veterinary medicine.
That's right, indisposed.
Xenobiology.
No.
Oh, I want to ask,
She's working on making sure the creatures are comfortable right now.
do we have the resources for me to build like a tank, like a water tank that's bigger than the pod we're using for the Gavril?
Yes, you could do it. You'd need, the tempered glass and all that kind of stuff.
Transparent
Materials.
paramecium.
Yeah, I was about to
Right.
say,
You would need
yeah.
materials, but you could convert that room any way you want it.
It occurred to me that might be something.
And you have robots that do maintenance and repairs. They can be told what to do, and they can do a lot of the work.
Are you thinking about putting in a pool?
When
Or?
you get that stuff in the deep wine, a proper bath / pool /
Spa?
gravity bay for the Gavril.
Oh, well, that-
But if you put in the anti-gravity area in there, you don't need a bath. I mean, that's why we were going to deep wine, was put in an internal anti-gravity area that reversed the gravity in that
Right.
space.
But I kind of want a bath.
well, the one map that I have is currently filled with grenades.
I think I'd like to go for a
Excuse me,
swim every once in a while.
It is not just grenades, there is also heavy ordnance.
Attach a motor to one end and then swim against the current.
If you're telling me there's heavy ordnance in your bathroom, I'm staying out.
Do some aquasthenics.
Is this a cash thing or?
I'm going with the
wants to
idea that my
strengthen
character is a
himself.
coastal cache.
Put a wave pool added in?
Yeah.
Serves up
I was
to
gonna say.
Yeah, if we can get some transparent ceramicium at the deep line, I'll build a tank. I'll build a pool. Somewhere. In the cargo bay.
So,
Doesn't matter.
so basically, I'm assuming that just like big picture here, we are at the Romanov base, and they are expecting an answer from us soon.
We expect an answer on the way back.
After we go to
The moon of Zar.
We have time to
return from
discuss
the
it.
deep line.
We go to the deep line, get our stuff, and then come back and let them know. What is there some reason other than giving them an answer that we need to come back for? You know what I
You
mean?
don't need to come back.
No, we could say no and just leave, or we could say yes and give us the mission parameters.
And then yes, and go straight to it's the station or on Phesis, right?
Or we can go to the station on Deep Wine, give them a answer via communication, and then go from there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we have time to think.
I think we should not give them whatever our answer is until after our stuff's been installed in the deep line.
Yes.
Yes.
Formalities may allow for another dinner.
Well, in that case.
Yeah, well,
They prepare an elaborate feast. We get all dressed up. So what's your answer? No. Thanks for the lobster.
You gotta say that after dessert.
Lovely
please.
wine. Mm-mm.
Get out. Well, if you won't let us make it, if you're not gonna make the statement with this brain pouring, I guess
Yeah.
we'll have to do it.
My impression is that's how they like to do business.
Get out. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
They
Over dinner.
Stuff
They give you the
lobster in your
Vegas
pocket.
treatment.
Yeah, you don't go straight to the business.
Right.
Gauche.
Dress you up, wine and dine you.
I can get you to do morally questionable acts at best.
So speaking of, are we gonna discuss the morally questionable?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Right, have
I'm kind of
time.
dancing around it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All of this list, we should look at the list a little bit more.
Yeah, let's talk about those names.
The list is an option.
Yeah, Kelvin's like,
What were the parameters for the mission again?
something about murder?
Well, murder is involved. That is not the question.
Coring where they're
Kill 2 scientists?
Was it two? Was it
3.
Okay,
Kill
I
3.
thought it was 4.
3, and
Oh,
it's coring, like brain core.
Yeah,
3
yeah,
scientists.
because they wanted us to perform the mental transfer to she.
Yeah, and it's 3 specific ones, right?
Yes.
They gave us a list.
Yes, of which we do not know.
They have a list.
And we haven't seen the names yet. We
No.
don't know whether one is named Albert.
We do not.
We don't. Would it matter?
If it was just
Do you really want to murder him that much?
Yes.
Well, okay.
For running away.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. He didn't do anything. I know.
Yeah.
He was
For
given.
escaping?
No. If you'll recall, he alerted the guards.
He has the deadliest running away ability of all of
There you go,
them.
that's true.
We gave him a choice, and he chose, and there are consequences to
Now
your
we got a
actions.
Denatorian. That was a drag.
It was.
So yeah, Kelleran's not. He's like, look, I'm a scientist. I don't kill people unless they're attacking me, and I'm not going to go kill other scientists. That's kind of not my
Well,
thing.
I think that's what gave us the edge over just any old assassin is we've got scientists who could help do the coring properly.
The science is intriguing.
Yeah.
If you're moral, if you were good.
Am I getting outvoted here? Is that what I'm sensing?
No.
No, we have not taken a vote on this.
All right. Well, then I've stated my initial position. It is everything is negotiable upon further evidence and reason. What do you got?
These are Dubois scientists. They had already.
Damn, that's a good reason.
That already, while we are not sure of where they lie on the spectrum of evil, if
Harmless to Albert spectrum.
yes.
Oh, we know where they lie. Look at the experiments they've been performing. They're terrible.
They're,
So let's do that.
Yeah, nice. Whatever it's.
our earlier point also stands. We are at war. It may be an undeclared war, but it
It's
is
definitely undeclared.
yes, but it is still a war nonetheless. We have been hunted. We have been denied safe port everywhere, save for our current companions, current allies, and we have struck. First blood has been struck against us, and we have struck a significant blow with the death of Endori Chiki.
I mean, we do have Tusk Jr. and Rafe to avenge. I'll admit that.
Indeed.
But upon who?
It could be a turf war rather than an actual war.
I don't.
like like criminals would have.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree.
Well, that makes me feel. That makes me
Rather
feel.
than
Yeah.
soldiers.
I disagree that there's a different set of ethics for war or not. If you're willing to kill them whenever.
Doesn't have to be more
Yeah,
fair.
and these people, they've merited death, but the other side of it is, do we really want to be assassins for the Romanovs? I don't.
Maybe
I
they
don't
deserve
think-
death, but at our hands.
I think she could probably achieve it with other assets. We've got bigger,
I think she's
I
trying
have
to.
bigger things to
make
try and
us-
achieve.
You think she's trying to compromise us?
She's trying to make us her employees.
We do not think we are trying to be made into one of the families, so to speak. We think, if anything, we are being hired as, because we are freelance, because we are deniable assets. We are already mud under the boots of the system. We are useful. We are a deniable tool. I do not think she would risk.
But effective.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't use a broken tool.
Yeah.
We think that is why we are being asked this, as opposed to a Romanov-sponsored HTR team.
I think she's already got a specialist that can take care of this.
There is certainly other assets the Romanovs could employ.
I believe Urk.
Possibly, knowing the identity of the targets would reveal more.
Yes. If we could obtain this information, perhaps covertly, it would give us a stronger bargaining chip and or a decision maker.
So let's play hypothetical. Let's say that we learn that the scientists are bad people. Do we still want to be assassins for the Romanovs? That's just a good question. If we learn that they're aren't even really working on any of the problematic experiments, don't know they're doing anything unethical, have children, whatever, then maybe I won't be real comfortable with it. But if they're embroiled in the worst stuff, I'm still not sure I'm comfortable with it, because do we want to be Romanov assassins?
What if they're both? What if they're terrible genocidal maniacs, but excellent parents?
Yeah, then I guess they're still terrible genocidal maniacs.
Okay then, so.
But do we want to be the ones to core these apples?
And then transplant them into sheep.
Yeah. Well, we would do the transplanting. I thought we would just deliver the brain cores.
That was part of the job.
We do the transplanting to the. Do we know how to do that?
I believe there are instructions provided, and the device makes
This
it.
is. Why are we the ones who have to transplant it into the sheep?
I think they probably have people better trained.
I think this is somehow some sort of compromise us so that we're their creatures. I know we won't be employees, but it's.
What do you believe they would
I
do?
concur.
Well, I think it makes them they could always. We have to do what they say from then on, because they could just release that information.
We already wanted for death.
Yeah, but that could go away once the Dubois are overthrown. If the Dubois are taken out of power,
This is a
then
very
we are free. If the Dubois are taken out of power and we do this, we will always belong to the Romanovs.
this is a very big if you speak of.
Fair.
Your ideas do not. Your concern has merit. This is a very large act of aggression we would be taking.
This aggression will not stand, man.
However, how much were we offered on this? Did we get an offer? Like on
I
how?
think she put a round figure.
You can
on it.
assume compensation will be requisite.
Yeah, they
We're not
paid
giving
well.
them
Yeah,
They
for
paid well before.
Do we
a
need
task
more money?
like this.
The more money is always nice, but what's on our list of we absolutely can't live without that we can't already afford or won't be getting in the deep point already?
Transparent ceramicium.
How much is that? We got a lot of money still.
Yeah.
I have
The only way to make tanks.
several hundred cubiles right here.
Several.
No, we've got a lot of
Don't we have
Q-bills.
like $500,000 or
Yeah,
more?
Probably
I
we
mean,
spent in the pool, yes.
What's the payoff here? That's a better
You're not
question.
hurting for money at the moment.
I would not
The-
do it for
You're not
money.
crazy wealthy or anything, but you've got some money.
It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
I don't know about that.
Well, in all seriousness, it is about sending a message.
Slowing down their scientific research is a good goal.
But we could do that just by killing them.
And the message need not be sent by us.
They not. I mean,
Yeah.
as opposed to coring their brains and putting it in sheep.
Well then, operations can get dirty and messy. Sometimes it does not go according to plan, much like fragile laptops.
Yeah, they get dropped sometimes. Far too close
If you
to
catch
it.
our subtle drift in that we purposely mess up and just kill them.
Oh, spell it out for me. Oh, I see what
Oh.
you mean. Yes, very good, actually. Like that was good.
Do you have qualms with the act of coring them or qualms with the act of killing them?
Little from column A, a little from column B.
Yes.
If we merely killed them, would that be
Well, then
more
we-
morally acceptable?
Well, we would just be Romanoff assassins, not cruel and brutal Romanoff assassins.
I mean,
using-
really, this is an opportunity to replace the Dubois with the Romanovs and be their Urka in the process.
Yeah, I know.
If we had any objections to Urka, and I know you respected his professionalism, but do you respect it enough to become Urka?
This is the question. This is why we are weighing the options and have not.
I think that another way to put it is we could become the Romanovs Urka, or we could become what Indor Chiki was for the Dubois. That's what we're signing up for. It seems. This is her type of work. Their type of work? There was multiple brains in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was many things in there.
So that's, I'm not so comfortable with that. Although this, I don't know how Vanya would take the no answer. I get the impression we might be burning a bridge.
Didn't she also mention some smuggling jobs? So I thought
She made it
mentioned-
sound like we could say no and that there would be alternatives.
Maybe
We do not-
say we want to
I
go
believe
to that.
For what it is worth, we do not think that we will burn the bridge, so to speak, by declining this job. We have apparently proved to be a useful asset enough to be trusted with something along these lines, which tells me that the Romanovs seem like a patient people. We can get further work out of them, perhaps of a morally dubious variety, but we do not think that if we say no to this particular one, it will be the end of our relationship.
Yeah, and the only reason I value this relationship is because we just have so few friends in the system. And we are wanted.
We can always refuse saying it is out of our field.
Yes, we can say that we can come up with multiple excuses for why. We need not even give an excuse saying, no, this is not something we wish to do.
Yeah, feel free to just say, well, the dentist is a wimp. I'm comfortable with that.
Lack of field expertise would situate us with jobs we are more inclined to.
Perhaps.
Like smuggling.
Yes.
We do have some experience with
And
that.
an excellent craft for it.
Not an excellent craft for brain coring. That doesn't seem to be what that's designed for. Getting in and out, I guess, after brain coring. But
We can look into this.
Are we agreed to disagree with
what do you think,
Vanya?
Soren? You seem to be the one who was speaking on behalf of the coring the most.
Unless we get Albert. I feel
But it's
Albert.
three. It's three, though. It's not just one. You'd have to kill two other people. Core them.
If Albert is on the list, I am in.
Oh.
I have 3 bullet shots from him.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, that's true.
We think we should ruminate on this a bit more. We will acquiesce to the group's decision. We are prepared to do what is necessary. Money, as we have stated, is not a problem. It is more striking back for those that have gone before us
Yeah.
and for any future endeavors.
For future reference, my line on this would be, I'd say yes to doing this to the Dubois themselves. But to just some scientists.
Oh, because that wouldn't be a mess. That would pretty much solve most of the problem, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it was just one of them, right? That would be a wonderful.
Perhaps while we are in the deep line, we can see if we can do more research on the targets too.
We could try. We could just simply ask, like, if you tell us who they are, that we'd be slightly more inclined to say yes. But right now, we're going to say no. Is one of them named Albert? You know, can you tell me that much?
Yes.
But I still am not super comfortable with being their If it was just assassinating, maybe. Coring in particular is exceptionally brutal. You saw what that did to Rafe.
Yes.
I believe we are in agreement.
Yeah, and how would we explain? Think about this one. If we did that, and blanking on his name, Ing, who runs the station. Kachi Ing found out that we were now coring people like his brother, and his son got cored.
No, his son just got killed.
Oh, his son just got killed, right? His brother got cored. I don't know if we might lose that resource, and that's
Well,
then
it was a lot, isn't it?
the Romanovs would be our only game in town. They would own us.
This is true. This is an avenue of thought. But
Yep.
let us blast off, see if we can learn more, and then we will give them our answer. But it seems we are leaning towards the less than, it's leaning towards the negative.
And the less than enthusiastic.
If
Excellent.
they can manage to persuade us with further info, perhaps.
I would also like to draw everyone's attention to the fact that we just had a shift meeting that did not follow Robert's Rules of Order, yet it was still...
It worked.
It was not a ship meeting.
No.
We were not called to order. This was an impromptu emergency
Oh,
discussion.
it wasn't a shift meeting.
Discussion was not official.
It was a subcommittee meeting.
It was a subcommittee meeting.
It was a caucus. Okay.
It was a following as per lined out in the charter. It is a emergency discussion that can take place with the breaking the rules of order.
Yes, policy 3, subsection 2, paragraph B.
So you prep the ship to get going, to take off. And you lift off, there's it doesn't take any extra time. You guys pretty much can come and go pretty easily at the moment. So what do you do once you're in space?
Were we given a specific contact?
Corey
at the
Good.
deep point? Oh, Corey again?
Not Carrie.
Corey.
Carrie.
Corey.
We don't
All
know where
right,
they
so
Wrong dimension.
Corey's good.
Although there's a part of me that's like, we really have this opportunity to explore other dimensions. We have not been taking it. My scientific brain is like, come on. No one's ever done this before. Think of the possibilities. Yeah.
Someone has done this before. They are no longer around.
Well, when you're napping, if the ship feels a little bumpy,
He doesn't nap anymore.
One eye
Maybe
open,
have
all
eyes wide open.
Just keep injecting stims to keep me awake.
as long as you're on the ship.
think about it. You can go and raid the other universes for all their research. It's like having 10 of me doing the work all at once.
Don't you find that horrifying on an existential level that there are 10 of you?
That's 10 times more research I get done.
There you
But
go.
are you? What if is that? Who's to say that other you isn't you?
Of all the...
Quantum mechanics.
There you go.
That answers everything.
Oh,
So you take off and you're out.
Right. We do this. We
Oh,
go
yeah,
the
do
opposite
the
direction a little bit.
screwball.
Can we
direction.
analyze? So I want to do two things. He's got one of us should be analyzing the laptop fully,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And I also want to
That's what I've been working on.
I want to reverse engineer the location of the cache home planet. I talked about that. Remember that? So the stars, the information we have from 10,000 years ago, or whatever, with reversing it, it should be something that he's able to do.
Yeah, they're just gaps. Over a 10 to 12,000 year
Mathematics can
period.
fill gaps,
Yeah, there are lots of gaps.
assuming things moved the same places at the same
Right.
times.
While we are en route, I'd like to do a cross-reference to see on the names on the list, to see if there are any actual living people or descendants.
Okay, so
Starting with
Yeah.
obviously the
start with?
Belwari, all the long-lived ones, the Belwari, the Dendis, the Eldori.
okay, you look up the first one, and the sim brings up access code.
don't look up any others.
Yeah, nope.
No.
Just got flagged.
Yep. And of course, we weren't connecting with the laptop.
No, this
No.
is literally. I'm looking at the screen.
Look
Just
at
look
the
over the other
names.
screen.
And go look up.
Type in Google
go to
name.
So you typed in like Felix Rose, or do you mean the first Bellari?
The first Bellari.
The first
Valili?
But Bellari are also particularly secretive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm literally just picking the long-lived races to see if any.
Bellari are more
Zamira.
distrustful
Yeah,
of
go for Safi.
We have
Now, I'd have
Oh,
to do
two.
it somewhere else.
Yeah, two names from the
Yeah.
same list is gonna fit the same location. It's gonna be
Public.
dangerous.
Information terminal on
Yeah, we
another
need boots to
planet
run it through
3
a
years later.
what do you call it? A proxy server. or
Yeah, I mean, just
And we're flying invisible right now, relatively, but maybe have boots.
so that pinged something.
Yeah,
I mean,
have-
he queried a
Have boots
database.
scrub the system.
Yeah.
We will wait till we get to a public terminal on D1.
Boots, be advised, we may have been pinged
something.
on the sim.
Oh,
Okay.
boots. Oh, boots!
He replied. I mean, he's not in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he'll hear me if I use my
Okay.
communicator.
It's just, have we checked on his body anytime recently? Does it still
No,
exist?
we haven't.
Whatever there
Yeah,
is.
no.
Maybe we
He's in his
should.
room. He's in his room doing stuff.
If he replies, I'm like, how's it going, boots?
Not helping us on Cash Homeworld.
Great.
Great. Well, that's
Are you fully in the sim now?
In the sim, no. I'm in
I'm
the
in the
ship.
ship. I'm in the ship.
oh, oh,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
I'm gonna be a much better coder for you guys.
Oh my.
That's
I'm terrified.
Can you provide a security buffer in case
Already done.
we get
Oh.
feedback from the sim? Thank you. Most efficient.
Good. Now to look up the next thing.
Dangerous.
Slap the whole computer console out of your hand. I'm the strength of one man.
There you go.
You know, if you asked, we would have put the computer console down. There was no
You
need
agreed
for
to
such.
wait to get to a
Curiosity
secure
killed the
console.
Ashen Forge.
There
It
you
was
go.
merely a joke.
Yeah. Mhm.
We thought that we have been here long enough that you would understand our humor.
I understand your
Yeah.
humor. You make joke and then incite uncomfortable consequences.
Yes, that is what makes it funny.
Yet uncomfortable.
Indeed. We prefer to think we reveal the truth about things.
And after some time, you arrive into the deep
Oh,
line.
there were a couple of things I wanted to check on in transit.
Okay.
One, can I find out any information about the Celsia Corporation? Oh, it's on those good chips that he had.
Yeah, they're a Promethean company,
Oh, it's a Promethean.
and
Yeah.
they're known for excellent private hardware,
Personal.
but purchasable, but
Purchasable?
costly.
Personal
Oh,
custom
So not just, not
jobs.
Promethean's own.
okay, well, that's a good
Nope.
sign.
It's a business.
Okay.
Remember, Prometheans still have the human capitalist trait sitting in there. So there's some making some money somewhere.
Oh, good.
They
Where,
do
where,
sell.
where
They
do
don't
they-
usually sell their best stuff to non-Prometheans. That's why getting Promethean stuff is like, it's a big deal. If
Oh,
you can
okay.
afford it and they're willing to sell it to you, that's the trick.
The best traits
You
of
have to
all
have-
humanity.
You have
Yeah.
to have both
Best.
things.
Aggressive capitalism, xenophobia.
Yeah. Supremacy. Yeah.
Good. All right.
You're already complex.
Right.
Where, I mean, do you have to go to them somewhere, or do they,
Probably.
You have to.
where
you
do
have
they
to,
sell?
You have to speak to a representative.
Okay.
You can't just download it and 3D print it yourself.
But they're
They have
in different
workshops.
places, but they're not this far out
Okay.
backwoods. You have to go to,
Closer to the core.
yeah, maybe.
Swing by, you
If
know.
we went to Tessera, probably there, Soaring Prime.
Tessera,
Places around.
Where do
Silver
they have?
Prime.
Hell,
The other one?
Hell Sorrows, Hell
Altavaria.
Tavaria,
Okay.
Tricor Station,
Yeah, major
potentially,
system planets.
yeah.
Okay. And the other, I don't know, I'll just look it through the shadow net. What's kind of the word about working for the Romanovs, if anybody has any?
That's the look of, crap, I forgot they could do that.
Or Great Clipper.
Every December I get them fish eggs.
Yeah.
I've been waiting
They-
to
Five stars.
When you start looking them up, you realize they're much bigger than just what you see here.
Oh, okay.
This is
Yeah.
one place. They own multiple moons
Oh, okay.
in many smaller systems. Or,
Terran factory.
right. And they're incredibly powerful as an organization. They're on Terra, they're not considered criminals. You know, they run everything very much on the up and up.
It's a legitimate business.
No, so they're corporate.
But they have a very sketchy reputation the further away from home worlds you get.
Oh, okay.
They tend to be
You might
ultra exploitive.
So they are corporations.
The
They
further you get
outsource,
from,
And they bend the rules,
yeah.
and then they break the rules, and then they break your legs.
But you don't see like,
And then they
there
break
aren't
some
people
eggs.
talking,
Eh?
nobody's talking trash about them on
Anymore.
the sim.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
They've got
Yelp.com, owned by the Romanov Corporation.
yeah.
got a strangely 4.8 star rating.
1 million reviews.
Right.
All 5 stars.
Everybody said 5 stars.
Okay.
But they're very good at mining and, you know, raw materials. From Terra, they're probably the best at getting to and managing the extraction of raw materials all over the galaxy of Terran companies or Terran groups.
That's notable. Space miners.
Yeah.
A few complaints have been for miners, they pay pretty badly,
All right.
under-equip them.
Not enough perks.
Bad safety.
Bad safety records in some places better, often depending on the requirements of the system. You know, how manipulated the system can be, apparently seems to be a factor in that.
I don't get medical coverage, but every December I get them fish eggs.
There is a strong,
Green
there is a
cake
long
caviar.
list of people who are enemies of theirs that are no longer enemies.
Because they
By
are
virtue of
dead.
disappearing,
Some are dead,
or
some have changed their
collided?
minds,
They've been
okay.
outlived.
Oh, well,
some have just changed their minds,
Mhm.
you know.
Right.
all right.
So obviously powerful.
And you only see that in news reports, not
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah.
Social.
Public feeds.
Okay.
content.
And then when we're about maybe an hour out from Equine Station, I'm gonna message Corey directly, but I'll try and, hey Boots, can we route a message to Equine through the Crucible so it's not traceable to our location?
Of course. Whenever you're ready.
No, thanks. All right, so
You're clear.
I'll try and hail Corey directly.
Need my dice lamp.
What are you gonna do if Corey has a goatee?
I know, an evil mustache. Wait a minute. Oh no! Everything's suddenly different.
We punch him.
What do you want to message him? What do you wanna say?
How do you spell your name?
Ping.
Can you make a bay available for us without us hailing the larger station?
The ambiguous roles. Those are like,
Go for story.
yeah.
Always go for story.
For better or worse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Whatever's
make
more-
one available.
Whatever's more
When
interesting.
will he be arriving?
Lean into it, yeah.
If it could be ready in about an hour, that should be good.
It's like,
Yeah.
that's quick.
Yeah, I have one emptying out.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, where the hell are you?
Yeah.
Sending you a ping ping on the bing bing.
I notice you're not on
Yeah.
the screen.
On any radar.
Oh, we're not. Okay, well, I guess
How
not.
unusual. Maybe you gotta
Yeah,
look into
we-
that.
When we get there, we gotta share a drink.
Will do.
All right. See you in a bit.
And he gives you a landing bay.
There's an actual page you made.
Yes,
Okay.
not outside.
All right. So tell everybody. Oh, and I alert all of you. It'll be about an hour. We'll be in a bay.
So do I have any idea how much it'll
Excellent.
take to calculate that to find the location for the kid one?
Yeah. I
Something
started
that
on
they-
that
Well,
a while
actually,
ago, but
You probably think that you could know kind of where it is within a reasonable region.
I think so too.
Already.
But I have to get into the system. I have to be in the system.
Well, I can work with him.
Yeah, while I'm working on the computer on the side.
Never mind.
I majored in astrophysics.
Wait, is this the key here?
No, that was. I almost said something I shouldn't.
I'm from
Oh.
from there. If you get me into space, I can tell you where the stars
Well,
are.
yeah. So I could imagine like
Yeah.
built like hypothesizing it. Well, I think it's maybe here, and then like computer recreate the image of the night sky from that location. Does this look right? No.
Yeah, if we could have a 360 display, we might be able to extrapolate. Or
Right, and then I
can point out constellations I'm familiar with.
Right, by moving this expected location of the home planet around in the region, probably you could be like, oh, it's coming into place.
You should note I'm very talented at astrophysics.
Well, that could come in handy. We should put our heads together here. Me too. Astronomy.
Well, you should
Starkish efficiency.
Oh, well. Yeah, I think I have something similar with my whatever.
Feet.
Yes, feet and wizard,
You
the
should probably try it the
dentist
other way.
quality I chose.
If you identify from a static point what constellations you could see, then feed that into the computer 12,000 years back, let it do the searching.
Yeah, like you say, well, this is what Scorpio looked like or whatever. You know, this is
You can do that.
the big the big-
Casio.
yeah, the big dipper / the big whatever.
Cyclops,
Ursa
Yeah.
Major.
The Cyclops.
3 eyes,
So you start building a model to test.
theoretical model, yes.
And it's probably easiest to triangulate from the
Double versus.
Yep, for
the
astrophysics.
top-down view of the galactic center.
Hmm.
Because he will know that also.
Yes.
Right, that's a.
It was known 12,000 years ago.
And so then I can just take the galactic center seen from above,
And then you have a slice.
and then I can dial it back 12,000 years and go, okay, well here's what it looked like in your time.
Right. And you know how fast things are moving. He will know data on the movement of its own system
Right.
from his perspective, but it would include, its movement from galactic center at what pace, at what distance, all
Gravitational
that.
cycles.
Right, all that kind of stuff. He'll be able to fill in some of the gaps you didn't have
Right.
from the perspective
Which is
of
why
who
people
was there.
haven't been able to locate it until
Yeah.
now, because they didn't have one of him around.
It's true.
Also,
They didn't
there,
save any.
You're the
also, there was likely a gravitational shift.
Yeah, probably it's not going to be a foolproof. There's going to be some unexpected fluctuation or something. Like when crucibles come online and go offline, and I don't know, a black hole appears in the next galaxy
It should
over.
be very difficult to lose a planet without involving a singularity or other gravitational forces.
Right.
How did the Kesh do that?
Lose their planet.
That is not known to me.
Yeah, and I don't
He
think
was
it's
there
known.
when it was fine,
Yeah.
and then he wasn't,
And then he
and
wasn't.
then it was gone.
I leave for a couple thousand years.
And look what you
guys
did.
lose
We were
the
just,
whole
we were just
Oh.
starting to colonize other planets when I left.
Yeah, I don't think
In their
there's
own
any.
system.
who
Yeah,
knows
like
why.
Mars or
Right, it's like Mars exploration and stuff.
we were just, a couple of hundred years ahead of where NASA is now, maybe.
And you see Deep Wine Station ahead.
Right.
It's not particularly busy at the moment, so there's easy bays in, so you are able to coast in pretty quietly.
Yeah, I don't hate anybody.
How many Q-bills do we have pooled?
Pooled. That's what you want it for.
Yeah, well, the LOA Corporation's current holdings are.
LOA Limited.
Yeah. It's over 600,000.
I think so. That's enough for a pool.
And for the eggs, you got,
Oh yeah.
Well, we got a few thousand, right?
hold on.
No,
I didn't read this shit.
there's like 18 of them.
Who has the number for the?
I mean, we ate some.
Sure.
Yeah,
We had 450K.
I remember it was hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
'Cause
ship.
we did more than one thing.
Yeah, it's ship and emergency money. As per the bylaws, if an individual wishes to draw from the pool for personal reasons, a ship meeting must be had for requisition.
Is there some
800
minimum?
pupils each? eggs.
And how many eggs?
That was
So we're
17, wasn't it?
17, I think, right?
Alright, so there you go. That's what, 800 times 17 is 8,000. 13,600?
Nice.
Pretty good.
Nice collection.
A nest egg, if you will.
Oh!
And when you get in, Corey is outside the bay waiting.
I think we should only give tips to people in eggs. Yeah, good job.
Here you go.
What am I doing that?
That's your problem, kid.
That's worth a mint.
Right, it's worth thousands of Q bills.
So what's with the
Hey, Corey.
quiet entry?
Well,
Welcome back.
it's good to see you. What would you say if I told you the last time we were here, somebody slapped a tracker on the ship?
I
I would be
Ta-da!
surprised.
am using
but,
detect thoughts.
Oh!
Yeah.
Thoughts
I'm using my
are surprised.
insight. Does he look properly surprised?
Make a roll.
I think if you want to go deep, he gets a save.
Yeah. This is just surface free.
It's a pretty surface.
Yeah.
If I want to like read his mind, then
Yeah.
it's he's got to. Then it's
Right, you
contested.
just get what he's thinking right now.
Nice.
Oh!
Yeah, I actually.
Slide.
Seems real. Seems totally real.
So I know who else
Okay,
it is, 'cause
alright.
he's the one who had a problem with the fact that we had a tracker on our ship.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay.
Roll
That's
insight just because. But it's
18.
12.
It seems real. The
Alright.
surprise seems real.
I would have been surprised if it was you.
You know, considering all the stuff going on, though, I guess it's not that surprising. It was a crazy moment.
It was. And it looked like somebody just kind of threw it on. So,
And you know, people are like looking for you.
yeah.
So
You do not say.
it could have been a lot of people.
Well, here's the thing.
I hope you're not assuming it was me or something.
No.
No, it was done far too sloppily for you.
I brought you into that private meeting that you
I
got to
know.
see what's going on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think I would do that to you?
No, not at all.
No.
You're one of my best customers. You're about to bring me a bunch of money, I'm pretty sure.
How's that?
Maybe.
No, because he's doing the job.
Oh yeah.
For the thing. Then how about this? I would suggest no automatons. Just because at Gray Station, the whole central computer system was compromised by the Dubois cartel.
I mean, I'm not in charge of the systems like that. I mean, that's
Well, I would just say whatever
IT
work you
department.
need done, he and I can help you. I
Okay.
don't want any
Yes.
robots.
all right. No robots.
No robots. And we'll stay here in the
droids.
in the bay. Nobody else in
They cheat at poker. They cheat at sabak.
So come on in. Let's get some food and let's talk about what you need.
All right.
We would like a hamburger.
He brings you in, and there's his office. He orders some food in. Have a seat.
Gratitude.
So what did you break?
Nothing's broken.
We want upgrades.
Yeah, we'll
What?
need some supplies, but
No repairs?
no.
I never would have expected that.
We took care of it this time.
Your accusations wound us.
I mean, don't ask about that other vessel we were flying not too long ago. That didn't do so well, but
Hey, I didn't get decapitated. That was
good job.
close to.
None of us did. I was covered in eggs, but my own fault.
So
I think I'm missing out in a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm totally not understanding what you just were talking about.
Sorry.
We owe as much to Jack's skill as we do to your hospitality and security.
Yes.
Well, yeah, he's one of the best pilots in the system.
I guess that's true. Based
This
on
I
what
have
I've
no
seen.
doubt.
Yeah.
We continue to exist. There is truth to this evidence.
Oh. You guys are making me blush. So I think what we need is an anti-grav tank building the ship. Maybe a whole chamber.
Yeah, scientific purposes.
For yes,
On the inside.
for
On the
science.
inside.
A small one.
But don't you have anti-grav in your ship?
Yes, we need a
Localized.
isolated, compartmentalized system.
Yeah, so we can have a 0G inside of our fully gravitated gravity.
Oh, so you need you need an anti-gravity shell in a gravity-controlled environment.
Yes.
Essentially,
Oh, wow.
yes.
Okay,
We were told this was the place to get such a
yeah,
thing.
that can be done.
And just to be clear, this is built to the Romanovs, right? This was our,
Yeah, this was part of our plan.
yeah. And he knows about that already, right?
Seemingly, seems to be just asking that's all you want.
And I think even so far as to make it mobile,
We can,
maybe with me.
oh, you mean so that we can reach in, or?
No, so it can reach out.
Oh, it can reach out. It
A
can move around.
prosthesis of sorts.
I am lost. What are we?
So the Gavril could be inside it. The Gavril could reach out
Oh.
with like a glove or something and manipulate things outside the tank. Is that what you mean,
Personal
right?
system.
I thought the deal was we are making a device that will can turn the cryo bay or whatever into anti-grav so we can just fly around and all that.
Yeah, any bay.
Or any bay.
Anyway.
Oh, I guess we should have discussed that.
Or yeah,
It's ambiguous.
I was thinking smaller, like the size of a table or something.
And something to allow it to function.
Because I thought the deal was you install this device into a room and the room can suddenly turn the switch on and it's all anti-gravity in
Yes.
there and the Gavril can just float.
Do we have a room to spare like that? I mean,
There are many rooms that
I think we have many rooms.
are
It's
not
just a question.
taken.
Just a question of whether they're.
in what dimension?
I thought that the idea was to do it in the
Med bay?
med bay.
Yeah.
The med bay or the cryo
Or
bay
the
one.
cryo bay,
Yeah.
not the med bay, the
One would
cryo
be
bay.
one, yeah, because we don't really
Yeah.
store much else there that needs gravity. Probably the cryo bay.
As I mean, as of the moment, we don't have we have a idea of what the ship looks like and what rooms
Right.
are open, but we don't have a
Okay.
concrete thing. And I just thought it was
That's fine.
using an unused cargo bay or the cryo bay.
Or an unused room, you know.
Yeah, and then we turn that place like the moment you step through the chamber up to CRG. I thought that was the
So
idea.
the Gavril
Fly
can
around.
swim freely.
Yeah, that's fine with me then.
Yeah, I assumed that was the idea.
Like a room the size of this one or something.
I was something about that. So the point is an empty
There's an
room.
alien that lives in 0G.
Do you have dimensions of this room that I can work off so I know?
If we've
I
decided
can
that,
provide some specs, yes.
Okay.
And what would the cost be to? I still want to get like a little grabber cloth thing you can walk around.
you mean like outside of the
Yeah, why not?
0G? Like a
Yeah,
suit?
where's it gonna get? How would you like to be confined to one room? That's almost general.
Perhaps a magnetic system.
Beyond our scope, so we will.
Magnetics attached to bracelets.
I say we start with the 0G room. Or like a small room or closet or whatever this is gonna be.
And if you have any countermeasures for such a thing, then we might generate some sort of personal setup.
I mean, I'm thinking like a hover car.
Anti-grav, I mean,
Don't magnetic boots do that?
Yes.
magnetic boots use magnetics.
Yes.
That's not the same thing.
This species does not wear boots.
No, for us. We feel as if there is some confusion in multiple conversations.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, how about we're just gonna have them put a room in with the 0G inside of it while our ship it has gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can talk in principle about some way that the creature could leave that room.
Okay, so you need an anti-grav plate. That's really what you need. But
Yes.
then
Yeah.
Right.
you need to be able to mount it to a floor or ceiling.
Yes.
Do you need it to be portable into other rooms? Because you'd have to put mounts all over the place for it to be moved if that was the case. I'm a little confused by what you're asking for.
I just assumed we'd have a stationary room.
Yeah, it's just one room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A portable system would be better, but
Well, how hard is it
we
to
can
have
work
like?
with a stationary one.
So like I'm thinking like a grav car, right?
Mhm.
Is a mobile anti-grav plate.
Yes.
Could you make one that's like the size of this table that we could with handles on it that you could like push around, or it could push itself
Yes.
around, and thus it could it could be in 0G
Yeah, that's
and
better.
then move itself out, in and out of the rooms as long as it's
That's,
do we
that's
have
much better.
do we have wheelchair accessible spaceship doors? I mean, why? So it has to be narrow enough to fit the
Yeah.
doors.
Yes.
So like an anti-grav cage, really for it to be in that it could reach out of and manipulate things on its own.
Portable
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah, like a grav car. Basically like a tiny...
A grav sled.
It's a grav sled. It's a grav, like go-kart or like golf cart, but it's an anti-grav. And not just anti-grav where it stops the thing from falling, it actually renders the space above it.
Yeah, there has to be a
energy.
volume that's
Yeah.
not no gravity.
Yeah, probably.
So maybe it might need a
Grav
floor.
plate. Yeah, a grav plate. I was just about to say.
It might need a roof and a floor that has gravity.
A anti-gravity Pope mobile sort of thing.
Exactly.
Grav trolley.
A grav.
We've come up with a lot of names for this in very small amount
Since
of
this is being
time.
calculated,
I mean, yeah, we're kind of talking around. I'll pull out my data pad and say, imagine one of these about 2-3 meters big. Nice one.
Oh, the Gavril?
Yeah.
I think I can do that. I mean, it's really just,
sorry.
Yeah, he has to buy one.
alright. Okay.
I phase
When
shifted
you
for a
gotta go,
moment.
you gotta go.
Yeah.
I'd rather him go than not go. And then go.
It's early, but no, we're too early to for nature.
The Adventure Game
Yeah.
Store now selling catheters. Gamer edition catheters.
Yeah, I can make something that it won't even be that much antimatter you need for that. It'd be small. It's gonna take me a little time. It might take me a week or so to get it built. I can scavenge up some parts too, beyond the antimatter containment chamber.
Okay.
How big are your doors?
I'm thinking
Are they standard size doors?
We can,
10 meters.
You know they're not standard size doors.
I was gonna say, don't they vary? Like the crew quarters is just like Latorian size.
remember,
and
Corey, this was a custom job. Nothing
And
standard
the,
on this ship.
like cargo is like the big bulkheads and like
Yeah.
we give them a smaller store size.
I
than
will
we have.
coordinate with you on the specifics throughout the week. We will probably need a slightly larger system in case we wish to upgrade or the Gavril grows.
The Gavrils
That's a question.
do reach a very large size.
Wait, a Gavril? Aren't those the aliens that were attacked here? Or,
Yeah,
Maybe.
we ended up with one.
you know, you can sell that thing for a ton of money. There's a
Define
there's a
ton.
reward for any of them if they find any.
Okay, no.
Silrain is paying
Silrain.
a price for that.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have blown up the ship full of them. That's,
Well, that was more
To be fair, it wasn't that
racist.
the local yokels.
Yeah, that was the marshals acting a little overly aggressive.
Apologies.
whoa!
Sorry.
Such negotiations would prove difficult given our current reputation amongst the Silrain militia.
I can find you a buyer for that.
To say nothing of our newest crew member who will have
Oh, yeah.
strenuous
I don't think
objections.
so.
I believe the doctor would raise objections.
We
He
do.
doesn't meet. No, I'm not gonna sell this guy. He's awesome.
Sell the Gavril?
Apparently, they command a pretty good price.
Ransom,
The Silrain.
bounty.
You could get a lot of money from Silrain for that.
Do they have? Is there a market for these? Like they've captured others and sold them?
No, they
No.
want one.
No, they haven't
There's
captured
a
any.
bounty.
And now they realize what a mistake that was.
Like killing
The
them all?
local marshals were overzealous, and they killed all of them. And then once Silrain got here, they realized they killed them all. The idiots.
I mean, really.
So now, they say they'll pay a pretty penny if you want to sell it.
Will.
Well, the Dubois have got one. A dead one, don't they?
No.
Or we only had
We have the
one.
Dubois.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had one.
We have the Dubois.
The one they did not kill.
I thought they had
I
another
don't
dead
think I
one.
wanted to hear that.
It's all right. You did not.
See, it shows we trust you, Corey.
Yeah. Now you too will have a price on your head.
Right? Yeah. I've still gotten the nuts on my travel.
I'll if you do decide you want to move it, let me know and I'll make arrangements with the buyer.
You do know it's sentient, right?
It's not official right now, so it's product.
Okay. Also slavery, but okay.
You're very picky.
Yeah,
Very discriminating. That's like,
Sorry.
It would only be considered in extreme circumstances.
Alright, so we'll work on getting this thing designed and built. You want to come with me to get some of the parts that I'm gonna need,
I
stuff
shall.
like that.
Yeah, like I said, I know all the specs and dimensions,
Yeah.
and really what we're looking to build, and the size of the gaffrel that we're looking to build it for.
And you know how big they get.
Right,
You may have to keep
Yeah.
upgrading this as you
right,
go.
that's my plan. We should get a larger system just in case.
Don't they literally get to be no longer? Well, I'd say no longer fit inable in the ship, but they can squeeze.
Right, they can fit
But
into
then
the
there is
pocket.
still the problem of you still have there's only so much you can squeeze. We can't take this corridor. It's blocked by Junior.
the grown ones were like 10 meters, weren't they? Were they huge?
Yeah, they were big.
They're massive.
Can they just hold on to the outside of the ship?
Yeah, from
Yeah,
from head to the very bottom of the
yeah, full size. We're big.
lateral dorsal tails.
Yeah.
Really tall.
So we may need to let Junior fly the coop sometime. That's a problem for future us.
Yeah.
We'll meet them soon enough.
Well, bigger problems.
Maybe at some point,
Oh,
we can go onto the asteroid field and let him go for a swim.
Watch through time shenanigans. We meet future us. Oh, how is it going, future us? Not well.
Yeah.
Like, we hate you, says future us to pass it on.
Alright, well, why don't we get started, get this going, we need to get parts, we may have to, I mean, we have another asteroid where we do the antimatter chambers, we don't do them on the station itself, it's too dangerous,
Ah,
but we have a facility that does it.
very well.
Have you ever been to one?
No, I can safely say that I have not.
Pretty interesting. Have you ever been to
I
one?
haven't. Is it
You're a
weird?
scientist.
I've probably seen similar things, but no, I've probably never.
Right. It's,
No, I don't think so.
You know, it's essentially a factory, I would think.
We're all
Very
scientists.
specific type
But
of
they do
factory.
it far enough away that if
We
it
have a
goes
degree
wrong,
in
it just
military
blows up an
science.
asteroid and
I have a
then
degree in astrophysics.
I also
Your
may
dime
be
a dozen.
looking to acquire some
everybody got one
transparent ceramic plating.
how much? Now, that's not covered, I didn't get an
No.
order for that.
We'd pay for this one.
I'm curious about the costs.
How much are you gonna need? And what's it need to hold?
The subject of the same dimensions.
So the size of a car.
About the size, the size of a table, and
No, it's not.
about as high as the trolley they're making for the
You'd
anti-gravity
be paying a couple grand there.
Oh, that's not bad.
I mean,
I would
depending
like
on
to-
the volume inside.
I would like to look to inquire as to getting those materials.
You guys know how much you're gonna fill it with?
I'm going to build a tank.
What if it's filled with water? Would that matter?
Oh, you're gonna fill with liquid.
Yes.
Needs to be thicker then, yeah.
Yeah, it'll cost more.
It seems affordable.
Okay.
Well, while we're discussing wish lists, how are you with neural microcircuitry? You've never
I
switched.
have no idea how to do that.
No? Oh.
What did you?
Promethean translator chips.
All those chips. Here,
The chips. The chip.
yeah, you know anybody who's not overly burdened with concern about galactic trademarking and copyrights?
Oh yeah, of course.
These are quite good, thank you.
I don't think you're gonna
Maybe
find it in
yeah.
the system though.
Oh, not even.
Put
That kind of stuff is a little more complicated.
feelers for future reference.
Assuming you want it to be done safely.
Your brain.
Safely. Yeah, I guess.
Thought about it for a second.
The safe assumption is the best assumption.
Yeah. Yeah, safely.
That sounds like.
Well, yeah, if you've
sounds
got
like
any
counterattack.
contacts, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I can hook you up with someone. You might have to go to Silrain or somewhere like that. I mean, that's where you're gonna find that
Probably
kind
less
of
heat force
detail.
there than here.
There's less heat everywhere but here.
I know.
It's going to happen. We're going to have to leave
Yeah,
the
we
system
are.
eventually.
Indeed.
I've never been out of cyst.
Will the director
We have. It's terrible.
Oh, well.
will the director of the station be advised of our presence here?
I was kind of trying to fly under that radar.
Not at the moment. Do you want? that.
Is there some?
It was a question for all of us.
Do we want that?
Do we have a relationship?
Yeah, no, I mean, they were very friendly.
You were in the room when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're fine.
Yeah.
We are fine with letting them know that we are here. We have no
Yeah, if
need
they have
to.
anything they need or wanted to discuss.
Yeah, we have no need to see them at the moment. But if they wish to speak to us, we have no problem. We left on good terms.
Fair. Except for that was before. I guess that was after we were wanted.
No, they knew. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, no, they
It was
knew.
their
They
Puffcat.
Yeah,
It was their
Puffcat.
Puffcat vision.
They knew. They're the ones who ran interference for us for
They
the
are on our
marshals.
side.
Yeah, they.
Oh, here, do they have Puffcats?
Yeah.
Oh,
Puffcats, yeah.
Yeah, we did need to add
Yeah,
the
we
menagerie.
on
I
that.
mean,
It
you should
ships
have
Puffcat.
Dr. Safi would be delighted to add another member of the menagerie.
All over the
Well,
place.
you have to
I
get
think
two
it's
so
Oh,
that
excellent.
one doesn't get
Alright.
lonely.
Yeah, you gotta get a
Yeah.
puffcat for your
Two,
puffcat.
okay, a pair of
They have a
Puffcats.
playmate.
The Puffcat can play with the silicon.
No,
I don't know about that.
it would, but you know.
Wait, some
The
terrace
Puffcat and the Silicat
Yeah.
hate each other.
Let's get going, because we gotta get out there and get that taken care of. That's the first thing we gotta get, is the
Excellent.
chamber started.
Sure, we can, I assume, all go? Or,
You should come.
I'm going to, but I don't know. You guys
They're
wanna
gonna be
They don't want to
poured
go
out
to
of
the
their mind. What are you
Motorola
talking
plants.
Okay.
We
And watch circuitry boards get built. That's basically what it is, you know.
we are going. We, as in we, are going that way. You are welcome to accompany Jack.
Oh, where?
Is that-
We do not know where we are going, but we are
Oh,
going that way.
Presumably there's a cantina that way.
There,
Okay.
We
Oh,
are hoping to find a video poker at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll find.
Play some space blackjack.
Space blackjack, baby. I got so much money, I need more of it. Yeah.
Terran
They
Hold'em.
named the game after Jack.
Oh,
that's right.
Blackjack Crow.
Yeah.
All right. While we're gone, you've still got that box full of now sloshing loose depleted sorium, right?
yes, we do have the box of depleted thorium.
While there's
we have been
nobody-
keep holding it under the sink.
Maybe we could get a robot to try and remodel those while there's
That would
none of us nearby.
be good. We just need to find a robot who can safely.
This is to rearm the dagger, is that the?
Yeah,
Get
we,
the sorium back into the cartridges.
Yeah, to not
I think-
expose anybody to depleted sorium radiation.
yeah, I think we have. I
It
don't.
doesn't bother non-espers.
Well,
Yeah,
You can even do
which
it
is why
again.
robots.
I mean, it would poison them if you got it in their blood, but it not.
yeah, I don't think we. I think we used all the. There were 3 charges originally, and I think we used all of them. Did we use all?
Well, we
of them?
used one. You slotted one and never used it. It leaked out, and
Yeah.
the first one
Right, we
leaked
lost
out
it.
as well.
And
And
then
the
you
third
stabbed.
one went into indoor.
Yeah, so we have 2 charges that
Yeah.
we can reconstitute.
Yes. And it moves around like mercury.
Yeah. So that's why it's in the box.
I played with
Under
so
the
much of
sink.
that as a kid.
Huh?
Super.
So much mercury as a kid. Like, oh,
Totally.
I touched it.
I know. And
Oh,
nowadays,
look
you're
at
like,
it. I know.
oh,
Ah.
The first emperor of China drank mercury in the effort to obtain immortality.
How'd that work?
Well, he's technically, I guess by a technical definition, he's lived forever because I know that fact from thousands of years
Well,
ago.
there you go.
Right. That's all those terracotta warriors to show for it.
Yeah, I mean, congrats.
So you guys,
Yeah.
alright, we're gonna head out. We'll see you when we get back.
All right.
And you guys head with Corey. You get into a small shuttle.
Science.
let's go do some science.
You head out.
We're going to
Let
science
us go do
Disneyland.
some.
We're gonna do some science, you mofos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let us go do some drinking and gambling.
Well, that's it.
That's like science.
We have a system.
And you get to the bar where there's gambling and drinking and people hanging out.
I can smell the guards, Jack.
Oh, God.
Maybe a
Jittery
perception
over there.
check to again.
It's hard not to be addicted to gambling when you're so good at it.
Actually, you're at disadvantage because you're so addicted to it.
Fair
You're
enough.
at advantage.
Got the DTs.
Totally.
I haven't thrown cards in
I
2
can
weeks.
smell those cards, baby.
No.
I can smell them. I got to.
You're not at disadvantage.
15.
15.
Oh yeah,
You
you
said
know.
advantage, right? Or no?
You're at advantage.
Oh,
He has a
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
I've got a problem. I don't have a problem. I can put anything
Got
I
his
want.
eyes on the Dabo
Yeah,
table.
there you go.
You see a guy sitting at the bar staring at you. and it's a person, and next to him is a Valma, and they're like talking about something, but his eyes stay on you for a while.
That one, Jack. That one right there. You can tell that's the table.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
He's not
and
putting it
he
in
gets
front
up, and the Valna get up, and they start walking towards you.
Oh, I know what's gonna
Oh,
happen.
walking towards?
My friend doesn't like you.
It's almost as bad as if they were walking away from you. You know?
I don't
I like
you
towards
either.
me better than away from me.
Right, because the way they're going to report you to somebody.
Yeah.
All right,
Val-
I'm just
Valnas
sitting here
are
drinking
reputed
my
to be
beer.
You're Jack Crow.
Oh,
I am Jack Crow.
Yes.
You've got the advantage of me.
rocket
Leo
jockey
Knox,
of
this is
galaxy.
Baka Flametail.
Baka, Leo, what can I do for you?
I heard that you crash landed, but brought an aircraft out of some cavern on Zar.
It was on video.
Oh, gee.
It's on YouTube. It's on
Son of a bitch! I couldn't believe what I saw.
Almost took my head off.
Barnstormer.
Barnstormer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I collect stuff like that.
Really?
Oh,
I wondered if you sold it already.
that's why he's interested.
Already
sold.
Yeah, that's in the hands of its new owner.
Would you be willing to take it out of the hands of that new owner?
You
Mind your own mouth. No.
Did you save on your own?
Yeah.
Like under your
There's a fair amount of money that can be made to make it even worth liberating it from someone who will just put it in a hole somewhere and no one will see it.
It belongs
Yeah.
in a museum.
Yeah, I don't know about
good
that.
use of the word liberating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. Thanks.
No, we're not going to do your job. Also,
Yeah.
we're stealing that back.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm very fond
That
of
might
my
actually,
skin attached to my
That's
body.
Soren, right?
That is Soren.
The Valna says. That's Soren.
Soren.
What do you mean it's not blackjack? We split them. We split the aces.
House rules.
Uh-oh. How's it going, Soren?
Not very well.
I'm so glad to meet you.
Hello, who are you?
I'm Baka. Flametail.
Hello, we are
This is Leo
Soren.
Knox.
We are Soren. 1479 Soren.
I know, you're famous.
We are?
You are pretty famous.
Of course.
Oof.
We...
Are you hungry? Or maybe could use some drinks.
We could use something to eat. It has been an...
Can you bring the blackjack table to the blackjack machine to the table, please? I don't think he's done, but let's go talk in private.
We...
And they start moving the machine.
Yeah, we're fine. We can tear ourselves away from the cards. Especially after that bullshit. Bullshit. We had two aces.
Didn't split the aces.
We split the aces, but the aces came up low.
What would you like to drink?
Vodka.
Honest.
Jello shots.
Vodka?
Vodka.
You've been around the Romanovs a lot.
To be fair, we have had a taste for it for some time since the bushfire wars.
That's going back a ways.
A little bit.
Come, sit.
Potato boil.
Okay, sure.
Sit down. Now, I know that you got that plane for the Romanovs. But there are other interested parties that are very interested, that would love to have that craft and the stuff on it. It's very interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm not leaning in to say, but I'm like, yeah.
Well, how
An old
interesting.
craft. A craft like that.
Oh, that had to be, thousands of years old.
Yes, much old. Send it.
So tell me about the find
There were worms, many worms.
in the craft.
No.
Small ones in the craft, big ones outside.
Yeah, on the moon.
On Zar? I thought they only had the worms were this big.
Nah, man, bite your head off.
Really?
Well,
Well,
That is a bit of a misnomer. They will bite.
Yeah.
Soren takes a couple more shots. And,
Lost 2 shows.
yes. Excuse us for a second. We need to use the facilities.
Red shirt.
Sure.
And Soren goes off.
You ready? You want another drink when you come back?
Sure, we would love one.
Another one, same thing, and they're drinking too.
Okay.
Soren goes off and actually uses the facilities, and then texts Jack.
Right. You don't have a telepath with you.
No.
No, but we have a communicator.
Yeah.
We have communicators.
Can I just grab some ice?
Sure.
Thank you.
And slams the door.
Yeah, that will have to be amended.
He texts Jack. We think they are after the data. Like just like a ping to his communicator.
Hmm.
And then he comes back like a minute later. "Oh, you do not rent alcohol. You do not buy alcohol. You rent it. Am I right?"
Oh my god.
He's putting up the
Bring
best
a
game.
bottle. This is ridiculous. This is get the whole thing going. So when you got the plane, it's called an airplane, by the way.
Oh,
Is
that's
it?
what that-
It is.
I just thought it was some kind of atmospheric shuttle.
I'm sure they
Airplane,
call
you
it a flying machine or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause it's
a full
mechanical.
name. I know.
Mechanical.
I know.
we called it a whirly plate.
There are
Right.
3 more airplanes on Earth, on Terra.
Really?
Yep, that's the 4th one known to still be in existence.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
Rare. That's why it's such a collector's.
Apparently, though, it's the only one that they know still flies. So there's definitely some real interest in it. There are collectors who are
Still fun.
interested in the kind of opportunities you rarely get financially.
Mm.
If there's only 4 in existence, I understand. Yeah. Hmm.
And, of course, it would have to be intact. All the stuff that was in it as part of it, because it's part of it would become part of a collection, as
Yeah,
found.
Vintage.
Are you on this station for long, or are you leaving soon?
And the values, we're on the station as long as you're on the station.
That is good. We are here for a short time to get some repairs. This is something we'd have to discuss with our other crew. Your offer
What's
is
to discuss? You add another 0 to the end of the number you were paid before, and that should be worth considering, not considering.
It's true. However, we do feel it is our duty to let our crew know we are going to steal back a ship, if we so choose. An airplane, if we so. You called it an aeroplane, correct?
Yes.
Is something we wish to discuss with them. I'm sure they will be amenable to it. I mean, that is a lot of pupils. We are not against the idea.
He goes, the cash would probably be amenable. I don't know about the Eldori, the 2 Eldori.
I'm sorry, you say something?
They're talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard that.
Okay.
They're not being
Yeah, no.
totally quiet.
Yeah.
And they're letting, they're drinking, they're not quiet. With the booze is making them talk up a little bit. Jack, you're a smuggler, right? I mean, that is what you do. So,
I've risen.
so,
Fastest rocket jockey in the galaxy.
I resemble that statement.
so why would this be even something you would not consider? This is the payoff that you've wanted.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly something to consider. Well, how many zeros are we talking about?
900% profit.
Yeah.
Like
You
10
You said
times
that
the
there were
original
worms in the aeroplane. Those would not have to come with it.
Oh, that's his.
Not the worms. Okay.
What was on the aeroplane that we're talking about then?
Oh,
I assume there would be a logbook.
oh, yes.
That's pretty common.
Yeah, like a captain's log.
Goggles. I hear they wore goggles, like glasses at the time.
No, we didn't see any of those.
Leather cap.
No
So
leather jacket,
cool.
no aviator goggles.
No gloves. No gloves and boxes.
Some camping gear though.
Camping gear, electronic equipment,
No, it looked like whoever was doing this.
no computers or anything. Like they would have things like, sort of like what you'd connect with a sim today, but it would be old enough that probably wouldn't be able to do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe we kind of turned it over as is. We didn't dig into it too much.
Oh, good. So you'd be able to reacquire it as is.
Yeah, definitely. So, where can we get a hold of you?
We'll be here.
In this bar?
We'll be here until we hear from you.
Excellent.
But we need to know soon so that we can start getting you the funds you would need to make this happen.
Right.
Of course.
It's a lot of Q-bills.
It is a lot of cubles.
All right.
We'll give you an answer within the day.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely be in touch.
Do not worry. We
Hold
are
on.
going
Tell
to.
me. And they show you the video of you landing.
Oh, this video.
Nobody got hurt then, right? Like you guys all were okay.
Oh, in the landing?
In the landing, no.
I mean, I'm looking at it and it went hard nose face first into that
You
sand pile.
You picked a good sand pile.
Yeah.
A few scratches
It's missing some wheels.
from glass
Yeah.
and egg shards.
Not as easy to do missing that front wheel.
Yes. You should be commended for your ability to crash a plane with only the
Yeah.
missing front wheel.
2-point landing.
Yeah, only the best scratches out of me. All right. Well, thanks, guys.
We will keep your offer in mind. We will let you know within the day.
Thank you. Thank you. Soren, I'm so happy to meet you, by the way. I'm really a big fan. That's from the Valma, not Leo.
We don't often look ourselves up. What are we famous for?
Ass kicking.
Yeah, prowess.
Well,
You got me there.
True.
We thought it was our ability to play.
Don't respect warriors.
We thought it was
You're
our-
also a lucky gambler from what we hear.
No.
Anymore.
That's why we thought you weren't playing the cards. You were trying to make, a quick buck. Just why waste your time with booze when you can waste your time with booze and profit?
This is true. We gamble for the excitement.
Double
Not the
down.
money. The money means nothing.
Where are the rest of your compatriots?
Seeing to some repairs,
Oh,
maintenance.
on the airplane?
Uh,
The airplane you left back in Tsar, right? That's
yeah.
what you're saying.
Yes.
Double down.
All right.
I'm ready for a wee nap.
Yeah, we had a long trip here. See you
All
guys.
right. We'll be here. And they head back over to the bar. We got that, we'll take care of
Oh,
them.
thanks, guys.
No, we appreciate
They
it.
go over to the bar and they pay. And they sit back down at the bar.
As soon as we exit the bar. They are looking for the data, right?
Possibly.
We think they are looking for the data.
I think we don't leave the ship the rest of the time we're here. I take some crazy circuitous route back to the bay, lock myself in, and that's where I stay
Make
for
sure
the
you're
next
not
week.
double back so you're
Yeah.
not followed.
Question 1.
Yeah.
As we are taking our route up and down the elevators.
Project Aetheron has been reactivated.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah.
Already?
And they
Wow.
know, they probably could figure out pretty easily. We haven't left through the Crucible.
Wow.
And how many places can we go? The Romanovs and what other place is going to have is autonomous from
We-
Bois?
We don't-
They have agents of every species, so radar.
Why are this is a very quick turnaround time for to be wrapped up in an intergalactic
But
conspiracy.
but we're talking like 48 hours later that they already have
Maybe.
footage of us. We weren't taking external footage.
No, that was the miners.
Miners.
Oh, the
Miners
miners.
uploaded
Somebody
onto
was-
the
yeah.
sim tube.
Yep.
A bunch of miners came out and are like,
Well, I remember that. Yeah.
Somebody
Okay.
put it on the
Yeah.
tweeter.
Yeah, we gotta leave.
It was up,
this
it was
place,
up
man.
instantly.
Oh man.
We
What
are-
is this?
We are
You don't
local.
see that every day. Oh.
We are local celebrities.
Yeah, and also when you add in the fact that we're also wanted by the local
We gotta
government.
leave.
too.
And locally notorious.
Yeah. We gotta
So,
leave.
yeah,
We,
we-
remember, we all started playing for starting Race Rebellion. I might add. Don't forget that.
Yes, that is true.
Let's take a break.
Okay. Cool.
Welcome back, everybody. Going with a bio break. We just had an encounter with some passionate, ardent fans.
Fans.
Jack and Soren.
Right?
Yeah, totally benevolent
Only
lovers of
Just-
your art.
Just want to give them a lot of money for for what they do, for their job.
Sounds like Vanya right there. This is what you guys do, right? You're into this.
I mean, yes, but no. Yes, but no.
You're heading out, and there's some workers up on the shuttle heading out too. So what are you building? I was told we need to build you an antimatter chamber.
Yes.
Yeah, like a sled, right? That we decided on?
Yes, portable antimatter system.
Really, you just need a plate. You're gonna mount it to something, like he said, right?
Yeah, think about it like a tiny little gravity car that creates a volume of space with 0G inside of a gravity field.
We should
Maybe
probably
the
look those
size
things
of
up.
whatever.
Like on the surface of a planet.
Yep, or inside a ship that has gravity.
Our
Interesting.
turnaround time for getting.
Like if you want to do an experiment that requires 0G, you want to do that inside of a pressurized gravity field. And then you want to be able to move that 0G space around from room to room.
You're lucky you got here when you did. We got all the scientists coming in about a week, so
Yeah, what for?
or they're all coming out to get some equipment built or something that they need on Freesis. So
Oh yeah, what are they building? You know?
I don't know. They need some anti-gravity for something. And we're gonna be occupied then. So your timing was
Have they
good.
sent those orders around yet? I'd love to know what they're working on.
I don't know. I'd have to ask my boss if the
Anti-gravity on Freesis does sound quite interesting.
Yeah. I should mark off that I spent some money on that, or some points on it. Alright, who's your boss if I want to talk?
and Corey goes, I can hook you up with him.
Oh yeah, that might be information. You know, we can pay. That's something that is a money thing.
We, of course, have interest in such science.
Yeah. I'm a scientist.
As you well know.
Are you a scientist too?
Yes,
I thought you were an engineer.
I am an engineer,
Oh,
astrophysicist.
isn't that confusing for you?
He's a
Like trying
Renaissance
to be
cash.
practical while trying to be theoretical.
On my original ship, it was required.
Yeah, I can tell just by your demeanor, you are totally a scientist.
What's that supposed to mean?
You have no, look at your hands. You've never built anything in your life, have you?
I've built some of the most powerful theories of explanation and no, you're right. Fine.
And you get out to the asteroid. It's not a very long trip to get out there. It's far enough away that if anything goes wrong, it would not harm.
So it blows out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It would only kill everyone there, not a whole asteroid full of thousands of people.
Right.
Right.
Cheerful.
Catastrophic.
And you get there, and actually, it's a decent sized asteroid. And there's some kind of devices wrapping all around it, just all in different spots. You know, all the way around there's these things planted on this asteroid, which has been rounded off. Like it has been cleaned into a giant marble with a hole that you can, that is a port that you can land and go into.
What function do those serve?
They create strong magnetics to hold the antimatter into the center of the marble.
Stabilizers.
The marble.
Yeah, it's the only way to safely do antimatter. I mean, you can do it inside a smaller place, a small amount, but this allows you to do larger quantities and make it still function properly.
An efficient pattern.
You know, you gotta keep it all in the middle. Don't go in the middle
Don't
when it's on.
Why? That would make sense.
I guess the spherical nature creates an uneven field.
Yeah,
The magnetic field would be most intense towards the core.
yeah, you can't let it. If there's anywhere where there's a slip and it gets out, there's a big problem. We need a new marble. Well, the next one's we'll need a marble. Alright, Corey goes, alright, let's go. And you're the only ship. It docks on the outside. You need to go in with 0G suits.
EVA.
With EVA suits.
Excellent. Spacewalk.
I can do that. I can training in that.
Yep.
And you head in, and once you get inside, there's a depressurizing area. You get in, and there's basically a lab with cameras and equipment, computers, what have you, that look into the center of this core. You're gonna need the goggles. Because you don't want to look at it. You don't want to see anything that is happening in there with your naked eye. It's a bit like looking at the sun,
Goggles, they do nothing.
Yes. They look good on you.
He brought his own.
They hide my large black eyes.
They make a cache look kind of cool.
Also useful when shape-shifting.
What?
It is difficult to disguise the eyes when morphed.
You can shapeshift?
To an extent. Yes.
Could you look like me?
I could. It would take some effort.
Well, that's creepy, isn't it?
That is.
How do you know you're not
So-
Cash?
So you could hang out with my wife while I go play cards.
What are you asking him to do? Is this an indecent proposal?
Just to hang out, keep her busy.
This is a scientific experiment.
Yeah, scientific experiment.
I would
Wow.
be interested.
Masters and Johnson style scientific
There
experiment.
you go.
Soon to turn into a weekend at Bernie's.
I mean, my eyes are dark. They're brown, but they're not black.
Better keep the shades on when they're black.
I never thought about that the cache can do that. All cache?
Yes, it is a minor refractoring of light.
Whoa.
So it wouldn't stand up to touch? Just visual?
It does not if the visual is outside or
Oh.
different from the parameters of my own body.
Oh, that wouldn't work then.
We are of different builds.
I thought you morphed your whole body into a new shape.
No, it is light refraction. Special chromal patterns within the
She's clever.
epidermis.
She would figure it out.
I am told that my syntax is quite different than most Silverane art
It doesn't change your voice too?
speakers. It does not.
Oh. I don't even know what you can get away with then.
Not talking, I guess.
Yes.
And that doesn't seem to be your personality, so.
Alright, let's get this done.
Is this strictly a science station?
Yes, it's for making antimatter chambers only.
Excellent.
And you go in and there's it's basically got a matter and an antimatter injector or creator. It creates antimatter in the center of the magnetic, hold it in, and then
Right.
the chamber wraps
It's a
it.
processor
Right,
using antimatter.
right. So it's surprisingly a pretty fast process. But it's sort of like being in a particle accelerator. You gotta wait you have to get the particles up to speed.
Everything has to be
Takes time.
fine-tuned.
Right.
Make sure the magnetic
But once it's
field
ready,
is set.
Done.
And then it's
Yeah.
Like,
very efficient.
And it's
Yeah.
done. And there's a blinding light for a moment on the screen
Right.
where it shows the images. They look at all the data. All right, it's done. What do you think?
fascinating.
Extremely efficient.
Is there like a readout on a screen?
Yeah.
So yeah, Kelleran will be
See
like
all the data.
reading the data. Oh, this is fascinating. I haven't studied antimatter reactions since grad school.
Here, and he clicks the screen and it sends it to your device.
Right. Studying this. This is
Take
fantastic.
it with you.
Was there been any? So you have very sophisticated equipment for measuring gravitational fluctuations. Was there any? Can I look at like a history? Has there been any irregularities?
In this system, all the time.
Oh, really?
The Crucible is like drives everyone crazy.
Because of the crucible.
So when the crucible goes on and off, you sense a gravitational
Oh, yeah.
regularities here.
Yeah. All kinds of gravity problems out here when that happens.
Have you ever
Or
experienced
changes, not problems,
ones
changes.
that seem to be located at Phreesis instead of here?
We're not really monitoring inside that far in the system, but from what I've heard, there are occasionally non-synchronous fluctuations periodically, but only in the last year or two, I guess. Maybe even just the last year. They haven't identified the issue yet, but they're pretty sure that they'll figure it out soon.
Yeah, who? Just they? Who are the people figuring working on it?
There's some scientists from Silrain that have been, they're on the Crucible.
The crucible.
They come every now and then and check when that happens.
Good to know.
But it seems to go away pretty quickly, so they've not been able to identify exactly when or where or why. And it doesn't seem to be on any kind of it's not scheduled, like it's not a pattern that they've been able to recognize yet.
The scale of planet Phreesis would suggest that we should have unique gravimetric forces.
Yes, that or you never know. Maybe some gravity manipulating experiments.
Yeah, but it's tidally locked. You'd think its gravity would be pretty stable, more or less now. It doesn't even rotate.
Well, they are terraforming.
That's true. Maybe it is related to that. That's a good thought. That's why we keep scientists around, I guess.
Yes, that's what we're good for. So you transport this to you use this and then transport it to the factory where you construct the plates.
Yeah.
Is that here on this side? Or
No, we're gonna take it with us now. It's contained.
Oh, we are done?
That was
We're
it.
done.
Do I get a little wax animal?
T-shirts.
Yes.
I went to go get antimatter, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt and antimatter.
Antimatter was easy. T-shirt cost me
be a
20
really
bucks.
cool shirt.
Yeah.
That would be a damn cool shirt.
Like T-shirt. I like that.
Very efficient.
There you go. When we start making Crosscodes shirts.
Is there anything else to see on our way out?
Yeah, right.
There's a bunch of asteroids. This is the most interesting one. I mean, it took them
Oh, rocks.
So
20
this is a
years to
solid
grind
rock.
that thing
I mean,
down
that's
into
a science.
shape. Yeah.
Geology?
Yeah.
And they even had to deal with the fluctuation of the magnetics because of the chamber we were in. You know, they had to make adjustments. Your scientists had to figure out, how to deal with that.
Yes, how do you avoid collisions with other asteroids within the deep water?
This one we locked it we pulled it from the asteroid belt and it's now in orbit with Deep Wind Station. Same distance.
Oh, yeah, I remember from the map, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Deep Wind Station actually moved out of the asteroid belt
Yeah.
to the skirt,
Yeah.
to the outskirts of it,
Near the crucible.
nearer to the Crucible, and
Gotcha.
out of the way of other asteroids.
Okay.
Any bigger asteroids.
So it's an empty space.
Small asteroids, they'll shoot down if they need to.
Right. Some kind of point defense system.
So you're not coming to the sciences when the scientists are here for the conference this week.
Well,
I'm surprised you didn't know. You're a scientist, and you.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Maybe I will. Sounds interesting.
It was not in my sim feed.
Yeah. But Corey,
How's it not in your sim? Well, is it in your sim feed? And embarrassingly, they look.
I hide a lot
It's
of.
not in mine either.
Yes, I hide a lot of those ads.
You know what? It's not in mine either.
it might be invite only. Some of those are. Just for members of the associations. Are you a member of the
Yes.
Silrain Astronomical
Right,
Association?
I'm not in all of
Have
the
you
science groups.
renewed your membership lately? The dues are going up,
They probably just need us to. We're here.
Yes, probably. But yeah, and then Corey, you said you could put me in touch with the person that's organizing that,
Yeah.
because I'd like to know about that. Because if I didn't get my invitation, I have paid my dues.
Then you guys travel back.
Attack him.
get through some more boring chit chat with
Yeah, talk about
the engineers that do the
what we do and what they do.
So how about that space ball?
Yeah, who do you favor in the sports ball tournament?
Spaceballs.
That would be a funny shirt too. Who do you favor in that sports ball?
Sports ball.
I should start charging for these ideas.
Yeah.
It's free money on the table.
And you get back, and
You guys are on the ship.
We are on the ship.
Yeah.
what do you do when you get back?
We've got our antimatter, right?
Yeah, you were told it.
Well,
they're gonna
we have to get the
put it on-
housing.
right. They're gonna mount it.
Yeah, so we have to
on
wait for that.
a rolling device or a
Right.
floating device.
Yeah, so they're gonna build that. So when we get back,
It'll take about a week for them to finish all that. You're here a week.
Yeah, they did say it was going to be a week.
okay.
The hard part is over.
We walk in and we're like, well, there was no problems. How was your trip to the drinking
Unmitigated
establishment?
disaster.
We have problems.
What sort of problems?
What?
We may or may not
Problems at the cantina.
Yeah.
be. We may or may not be entwined in an intergalactic conspiracy.
Again?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, but we just didn't expect the conspiracy to come this quickly.
Wait. We leave them alone for a few hours to get a few drinks, and now we're involved in another conspiracy.
What percentage of Urca level is this problem?
How many Urkas? What's the Urka unit?
Yeah,
Oh, this is probably at least 2 work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
that is a problem.
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5 Urkas. That's unprecedented.
Just for smuggling?
On a scale of
We're
1
very-
Urka to 10 Urka.
We're very recognizable.
So what's really going on?
We're in the ship, right?
Yeah, we would meet you at the ship because we don't really need to be there. We went for the part that we need to go for.
We went to go see the
We're
factory,
lickety-split.
factory floor tour.
Yeah, we
and
did the
then,
factory tour. We got the free sample at the end to sip, and it was,
Right.
fresh out of the
There
keg
you
or
go.
whatever.
Change your life. Or you eat right off the conveyor belt.
Anti-grad, yum.
We were minding our own business, attempting to gamble and acquire liquor when we were approached by 2 individuals. One was a Valnus named Firetail, and the other was...
Oh yeah, but by now, at least Leo, I would have looked up
Leo Baca.
anything about him on the regulars. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna look them up?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
Yeah.
that's what we were doing. We're going to do right after we
Googling, the Googling
Yeah, yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Leo,
Facebook
are
slot.
you-
International Brokerage of Antiquities.
Of course.
Import, export.
Yeah. Okay. And how about the Valna Firetail?
Works, same company.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unusual.
You're checking this on a station system or on the?
Their names are.
No, I'm not checking.
No. Oh my. Yeah.
Well, that's because this is 100-year-old data. We don't
Right.
know
Yeah,
what their
yeah.
replacements are.
There's a cold claw, but not a fire tail.
There you go.
No Noxes, right?
No.
Right,
So
that we
either
have.
they were
Just
just
Flame tail, by the way, not fire tail.
Oh, it's
Flame
Flame
tail?
tail.
Okay, that's a good name.
so either they were very enthusiastic
Probably orange Valna.
fans of ours.
They recognized us, which, to be fair, I
From
just
what? From the fact that we're wanted?
No, from the video of our.
You probably don't even know what you're talking
The
about.
video of our escape from.
the worms.
There was cameras in that
In
game.
the airplane.
Yes, it is
Airplane.
called an aeroplane.
Yeah, the
plane of
atmospheric
air.
shuttle we took.
Atmospheric shuttle. Oh,
That
right.
it's called apparently an airplane.
Many witnesses were there.
Oh,
Many
you
witnesses.
mean when you crashed?
Yes.
Landed?
Crash landed.
Crash landed, yeah.
Yeah.
Made an emergency
Yeah.
There's a
landing.
distinction.
There it is. Yeah.
Because it involved the fact that we did land.
Yeah, there was
No one
landing in there.
Okay, so we were in public, and the miners were so the miners recorded it. They put it on the sim, and these folks saw it, and then they're fans of crashes. Oh no, you said
Of us.
They knew of some of our exploits.
Wait a minute, so
And
they
they're
did.
collectors.
They want to collect the plane, and they're impressed by the fact that we had and flew and crash landed the plane. What
Right.
other exploits are they fans of?
I don't know.
I asked
know it quite well.
Developers, and he said something about ass kicking.
Okay, there was no ass kicking in that video. I
No.
mean, we were getting our asses kicked.
No, we think that they know us from some of our previous exploits as well.
See, this is more concerning.
Yes, we believe.
Did they say anything else that would cause you to believe they knew more than they were supposed to?
One called me a smuggler.
Oh. Well, I mean, how secret is that now, really?
One would presume only other smugglers would know.
Are they smugglers? Did they do like the smuggler's secret handshake?
Antiquities firm.
That sounds like smuggling.
Antiquities brokerage.
Brokerage.
Trade and
Which
commerce.
often
Which
means
could
smuggling.
include
Trade and commerce in
Yeah.
rare goods
What do you think
usually
they want-
requires a
They want us to steal back the plane.
line.
Did you tell them who owns it?
Yes.
Why? You didn't say we would, did you?
No. They were very pushy about getting us to do it, and they offered us a lot of cubles.
To just steal this airplane back?
Well, yes, but no. You see, we are laboring under the assumption that they are looking for more than just the plane.
The eggs.
No, not the eggs.
No, they mentioned computers, interestingly.
Yes.
Specifically.
They even went so far as to mention ancient computers.
Did you hear that? You know what that means?
Aetheron.
This is what we had. This is this.
You didn't clear your search history.
I didn't have a search history.
Yeah, no searches.
We were going to get to it. We were going to get to it.
Additionally, how would you smuggle
A plane.
yes,
We.
That would
an
be
entire ship?
They can't fly in
That will not
space.
fit in our ship.
They cannot fly in space.
Yes.
Maybe we can disassemble it.
Strap it to the roof.
And
Fly into another ship, but I'm not really considering the logistics of it.
Okay.
I'm just going to stay here.
Their engagement was subterfuge, I think.
I don't want to be here in Freeze's.
So
Or this is bad.
they knew that we had access to the Aetheron computer and asked us, or they implied it.
they did not apply it so much.
They said,
We have
oh,
read
it'll
it.
have things on it, like a ship's log, and maybe a computer.
And did you tell them that we had
Oh,
those
no,
things?
No.
And I said, we turned it over as is.
Yes. They do not know that we have the laptop.
Excellent.
That would be very specific information.
Indeed. That is why we did not give them very specific information.
Oh boy. So now our safe spaces aren't so safe anymore, is what you're telling me. This station, we're known as fugitives and people that are in the know, maybe, of an intergalactic conspiracy.
Ship thieves.
We're going to shortly be saying no to the Romanovs.
To be fair, unless we steal the thing, we don't think that'll damage us too much.
Well, we will still have to say no, to
we will.
becoming assassins. I'm concerned.
It might behoove us to share this information with the Romanovs
Oh, absolutely.
as part of our negotiation.
Just so you know, antiquities dealers want your antiquity.
Immediately. Well, I mean, to be fair, according to them, it's one of 4 in existence, period. And the only one that's functional.
Together we are on Terra.
Wow. That is a very valuable
I mean,
artifact.
A treat to sweeten the pot. That is the expression, yes.
It belongs in
Sounds
a
about
museum.
The question is, we have multiple concerns aside from the obvious. One, are they actually just after a plane, or are they after the data? 2, they have promised us a very lot of money. A very lot, more than a lot of money.
Unless it's so much to buy the Dubois out of existence, I don't think I'd care about the money.
I don't think
The amount is significant for such a vehicle.
It would be more than significant for such a vehicle in our estimation. However, we are not allied with any antiquities firms, so we do not know the true value of said vehicle.
Yes, but we have already seen the value that a wealthy collector has put on it as a price.
Yes.
In the form of value.
It was the offer they were offering was more than what we got, what we were paid to get it, right?
It was adding a 0 to that.
It was
number.
10 times as much.
Yeah.
So we
And
were
I'm
paid
assuming
roughly
that Vanya
150,000.
Romanov was giving us a handsome offer for, an archaic vehicle.
Yeah.
That's only valuable to collectors. And, one of 4 apparently.
I mean, 1 million cubles is a wonderful thing, but
A painting can go from $100 one week to $1 million the next
Yeah.
week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
It-
Who's willing to foot the bill is the question.
Is the artist still
the
alive?
value is subjective and often timely.
Trust me, I know. I've been trying to sell my modern art for years. No one's buying.
have you tried taping it to a window?
I did that once, but then the car drove away. That was all of 5 minutes of work waste.
So, well, I recommend we not agree to steal the
Oh,
arrow.
right. I plan not to see them again. I'm just gonna stay.
But if we'll just hide here for a week.
It seems safer.
Can we learn who these people are?
We would like to do that. We only have, in the short time that you've been away on your sightseeing tour, we have only learned basically that they are with the antiquities firm. And that is all we have managed to uncover at the moment.
Corey is still a helpful contact.
This is true.
Perhaps we can speak to this.
I mean, it has other information. It has like year they were born and
Yeah.
family stuff. Like it has stuff.
But
It's
it doesn't
not-
say.
But
Yeah.
that's the only thing of significance to you. Is that.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't
I'm
say
not-
on Google. They don't say like known
When somebody's
associated with
born,
the evil
there's
conspiracy.
400 lines of data on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, what I'm saying is we don't have the deep web search that says connected to intergalactic conspiracy here.
Right. Yeah, that's what.
We've got LinkedIn and Facebook.
Can we tap Boots and the computer to do some dark webby searches in a way that's minimally safe? We clearly pinged somebody or other. I mean, maybe they just knew. They knew that ship was associated with a person on that list. So when the ship and they know that there's a missing laptop.
Yeah, no, I agree that Boots
Right.
we had Boots double check after we got pinged. We should triple check now and do like a reverse search.
But it might
We fragged the hard
be
Yeah.
that the search for the first name on that list isn't what tipped them off. It's just the fact that they already knew
Right.
that plane had that laptop and was associated with that guy. And then the plane's all over the sim vids.
Right. The video's all over the place.
So if we could set up a black kind of backdoor safe dark webby kind of search engine to at least type some of these names in, and if we keep getting enter access
Which you
code,
can do.
fine. But it would be
Set
nice
that up. Not a problem.
if we can find some information. I mean, even if it's just searching with Dr. Safi's permission, like tell us about your great grandfather or whatever.
Your family tree.
Yeah, right?
How involved are you in attempts to destabilize the community?
Yeah.
Intergalactic community.
But it would
Have
be
you ever
useful
been
to
a
search.
member of the
Are you now, or have you ever been? Right
a
now,
member of
you know it is. The Aetheron
Yeah,
Party.
what is your affiliation with Project Aetheron?
So just do some dark webby searches for them, and also for these two sketchy,
Flametail.
import export guys.
Art Vandalay. Art Vandalay.
What's that say on the screen?
Is there something on the
On
Twitch
the right.
screen?
On the chat.
Like here?
No, to
On
the
the
right.
chat.
What the chat?
Right there.
Batter up
Oh, better.
from Night 1823.
Hello, 91823.
Frequent viewer.
So, So Boots, he tells you, it's set up. Whoever wants, if you want to sit at a console or somewhere, you can
You want to do that?
look them up.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
So, what order are you going to go on?
Do we?
do you want to try the new people first? Because if we get access denied on them, then we're gonna know they might be related.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us do our newest acquaintances first.
Okay.
Leonox and
Okay.
Baka.
So you look up Leonox, and there's not a lot of detail other than the information found on the social feeds.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Mm.
In fact, there's not only not much detail, there is no detail.
Oh, it's
Like-
more than suspiciously clean.
Yeah,
It's
it's just,
conspicuously clean.
yeah. All right.
And the same thing with Baka, Flametail.
Tail.
I see.
They're nobody. That's who they are.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Perhaps Flametail is an alias for Cold Claw.
Yeah.
How long do phallus live on average?
I don't think they're
They're not
humans,
long- they're
right?
not
Oh, yeah,
long-lived
yeah,
species.
And the other one was a human, right? Leo's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
human.
Leo's
Leonox.
a human, yeah.
So unless they've got life longevity tech that we don't.
I don't know. It's got the name Project Atheron. That seems pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They probably have an evil genius there.
They might be. You know, they might be the good guys.
Yeah, you never know. They might
Yeah,
also.
okay.
They might also have sharks with freaking lasers. Is what I'm saying. They might.
That is always a possibility and a deep concern.
So you want to try some of those names?
Let's try one of the dentists.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
So
have a.
where will this,
Yeah.
where will the Sin think this query is coming from, I suppose?
Making it bounce all over the place. It'll come from probably Silrain Prime,
Excellent, okay.
busiest place in the world.
There you
in
go,
the
yeah.
galaxy.
Good
That's where you want
location.
to come.
Alright, the Bellari, it's just like a dentist or an Eldorian?
Dentists are long-lived, are they not?
Yeah, and I mean
Well, you
I
guys-
might be able to kind of. I have some
Okay.
familiarity with dentist families.
So
So
let me
if
try
I
this one.
if I can come over
Right on
sideways.
Dendasar, there you go.
Yeah, right
Which
on
one?
Dentist.
Which? Oh no! Could do the one that's on the
Oh,
station.
Tana?
Do the one that's on the station.
Yeah. Wait, on the station?
Yeah, because my family is from there,
Oh,
and
okay.
the dentists are very family oriented. So probably I would recognize the family
Bertie
name.
and Stu.
Okay.
It's a good dentist name.
And you look it up, and the name brings up someone from a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you're not sure why, but the amount of detail is very minimal. But it could be because of, at that time, maybe they weren't populating them with much detail. There's probably a few hundred lines of data on family and familiar relations, children, that kind of stuff. But nowadays, like, you're born and you have 5 times that, and it just keeps
Can
going.
we trace the children to the grandchildren to people that we could? I would like to do that eventually for all of these people. Like who are their descendants?
Only if it has biorecs.
That one does.
Which a fair amount of them do.
Is he still living?
No.
Okay.
So could I? Is there other families on the station that are true descendants from this person?
Yes. One person.
Is it a family or individual I would have known? I don't know how big that station is.
No.
Okay. Because that's where I grew up.
We have established that Urki is deceased.
Yeah. So we'll then just go down the list. Right? Everyone that we could do the next bit, dentists.
No, I'm just saying, the more we do this,
I know.
wherever
that
it's
one
coming
has living
from,
relatives.
suddenly it's going to be like, hey, look, somebody contacted it.
And I will say that if these two sketchy guys know that like somebody's querying all these names,
Yeah.
they're gonna want to up their time.
Should we ambush these sketchy guys?
They might literally just be people that want to pay money for this thing. They might not be working for. No, they probably are. They know
are
about
we?
the laptop.
Kel, are we paranoid?
Only.
Should we go to this drinking and gambling establishment?
You'll be,
That's
you'll be recognized.
Yeah, they know us, so I bet. It sounds dangerous.
Well, yes, but
I'm
everything
scared.
we do is dangerous.
Why is that?
It would provide more information.
We have
How they will kill us, we will learn.
Of their knowledge of us.
We will be near. We can be nearby to provide protection if need be.
All right. Well,
We will start a drunken brawl and escort you out.
is there any other here? I would be very interested in learning if we could. There are biorecs on the Lorendi.
Yeah.
That is, however, we are cautioned against looking that one up too quickly, as it is even rarer than the Belwari. A Lorendi.
I agree. Yes.
They retreated to like unknown space, right? The Lorendi. They're like, yeah,
Not just unknown, but
They're-
whatever they can conquer.
they're in the dark, right? They are not part of. They're the North Korea of.
They're outside of Silrain space.
Yeah. Okay. I figured as much.
So like they're not even on the map
I
here.
think
They have a foothold in some
Oh,
places.
Lauren Jaws out here.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're just not
That's their
involved
home, yeah.
as much. Politics is what I was getting at.
But nobody goes near it.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
We
shot
should.
because it's the
We
Imperium.
could.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
Well, I have no idea why they would want to.
Don't you want to go on vacation in North Korea?
Or Lhasa.
I was thinking about the lost continent of Kesh over here
Yeah.
first. Well, I understand they searching these. I don't know what is to be gained other than my curiosity. I'd like to know what's.
Have you sucked all the information out of that data pad?
This is all that
That's about it.
Well, they're all dossiers too,
For other people that are just
and some of these people.
right. So, but
Including the descendant of Vanya, if I recall.
there's a Romanov in there.
There's a Romanov in there somewhere.
Does that make for interesting reading? Is that just like? Is there
Yeah,
anything?
it's old, I mean, but yeah, it
Yeah.
does. There's a lot of details on people's individual habits, where they go all the time, who they affiliate with, causes they believe in or have spoken about publicly or privately.
Is there like compromise stuff in there? You know, like blackmail material, or is it
Sure.
more like?
full intelligence
Potentially.
dossiers.
Okay.
It's not written as such,
Use this
but there
for-
is. But there is details in there that potentially could be.
What if this is intelligence from Silrain itself? We have stumbled on a old Silrain Prime intelligence report.
Well, I mean, this is but this is if it is, it's where the Aetheron people got it from. I mean, there's these Aetheron people are anti-Silrain,
They are anti-Silrain, that's right.
and these are probably targets that they want to use to manipulate to advance whatever their agenda is.
Then why are they so conspicuously? Oh, we have only tested one. We
Well,
must
I
use
think-
the scientific method on that.
I mean, I don't.
There are potentially 2 agents
It's
in
a
a bar
grab, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that is
with
true.
drinking and gambling
I could go and we
not
could
far
go.
from here.
We could go. I could go probe their minds.
So did you leave with, you only had checked the one, right? Erky, that was the only one to check.
Yes.
Yeah, so
everyone
far.
checked.
Do we want to wish to check?
Confirming some of the other data.
Do we wish to check one more before we?
I certainly want to, but I also am the kind of person that will keep playing the gambling game until I lose all my money,
Okay, well, yeah.
just to see what happens next.
I got my eye on Colt Gamrick just because that's a cool name.
We are intrigued by
Yeah.
one.
I'm also curious to do Dr. Safi's possible
Oh, yeah.
familial relation.
That would likely be the next, right?
Because
We are also just curious about the Ashen Forge, just because they're Ashen Forge.
And I'm right in thinking though that of the names that, like we only know, that's the only name on here that we have encountered.
It's only
Right?
surname
Safi.
that is
And Felix Rose.
And Felix Rose, and that's the name we typed in first that came up, enter access code, right?
No, you didn't, that one? You didn't?
No, we
Valari.
went to the bar. I tried the
Oh,
door.
Valari.
Well, let's
was
try
locked down.
Felix Rose and Dr. Safi. Those are my proposals. Because we had the vessel like Felix Rose, and so it'd be interesting to know what's in the historical record, if anything.
True.
And then I think that would be, because then it's like his is the owner of this information. That would be the most important person to know about.
Now let us query the question. Do we engage the agents to see if we can figure out what we can from them?
Let's do the search first and then make that decision.
Very well.
Just in case there's something relevant.
So which one are you doing?
Felix Rose.
Felix Rose, deceased.
He comes up,
Yeah, missing
Homeworld, Terra.
Yeah.
Terra.
Yeah, he's
We know that place.
Species human,
soul system.
We know that species.
born AB 5957. Missing since AB 6014.
Okay.
Rugged individualist that was opposed to the centralization of galactic authority. No other data.
Rugged individualist.
And that is definitely the least amount of data you've ever seen on anybody,
Yeah, he's also one of
ever.
so pretty much the first person on the list, the first person initiated on the list.
He is actually, we did the calculations before, he is the first one initiated.
It's the senior member.
Oh, yeah, on this list. That might not be
Yeah.
completely.
Well,
Right, but yeah, the list encompasses 10 years, and he's the first initiate. First
Maybe he's
asset.
just the leader of the cell.
Yeah, and first asset.
We are operating on too little intel.
Do we want to do Dr. Safi and then go speak to the board? Or I don't know if this Safi is a doctor.
Yeah.
Safety search, let's.
The third strike is the charm.
Right.
That's,
Oh,
that's
but
the
that
phrase,
one,
right?
but we can't.
We don't,
Only data recs and credit recs are not
Oh,
recs.
okay, so the information's not available.
yes, we own.
Data and credit, yeah, that would be less useful.
Does credit refer to financial history?
I think so, yeah. Financial history and data just would be like
Q-bill transactions,
Just data recs.
data recs, and credit recs.
Specifications.
Yeah.
Biodata is DNA and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Seriously biological data.
So we could do a search and get a basic biography of
Yeah, just not genetic information.
Are all Dory that long lived?
They are pretty long.
I think they live a couple hundred years.
Yeah. Kind of like space elves, but not
Space
space
elves.
elves.
Well, let's do Dr. the Safi
They
person.
typically would run more
And then we're gonna, I
than
think that's when we're gonna
species.
stop.
Zamira
We haven't
Safi.
defined it.
Amira,
Yeah, a
And
little
year
less
we
than
in there?
Dendis.
You know, a life history that includes Indus and
Alare.
and our own person who's that must be my great grandmother because that's my mother's name.
Oh.
Dr.
Zamira?
Safi's grandmother
Yes.
Interesting.
is in this conspiracy. Could she inherit? Maybe she can kind of like be a legacy and get us all in.
Oh, that's a good one.
We must raise the question, get us in for what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For good or bad.
Yeah, we don't.
We
To join it or bring it
we
down.
are in
to
many
find
we
out,
are in
yeah.
many problems.
Infiltrate the shadow organization.
We are in many
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we infiltrating the Shiloh
Destroy it
organization?
from the inside.
Or join. I don't know.
Well,
We'll
you have
decide
to
when we're in
pretend to
there.
join.
I feel as if our goals are becoming very, not so much blurry as invisible.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, well, we'll decide it once we're done with it. In retrospect. Yeah. I don't know.
We need to, what we need to do is write up a manifesto.
I like more information. Let's get more information. More data is always useful, says Calvin. Let's go. So, in order to do that, we should proceed scientifically. Let's go kidnap some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
While we are not against the idea of kidnapping,
Kesh are extremely long-lived.
Yeah.
while we are not against the idea of kidnapping,
Particularly you.
Yeah.
the question
Perfect
is,
example.
do you think we should approach it as in you two go into the bar, armed with the knowledge that we have given you, and attempt to figure it out, and we will be there nearby to help kidnap if need be?
I mean, I'm willing to go have a conversation. I'm very good at ferreting out the truth from people.
I
who
regret my
resist.
decision already, Jack. Go
Conversation.
I will not reveal.
Yeah.
We didn't know the history of our relationship. Have I ever accidentally revealed more information in a conversation? Oh, never mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you do excel at verbiage.
Yes, this is true.
I could talk about the science of anti-gravity that we've just learned. I'm sure they'd love to hear about it while I probe their minds.
Did you bring back any souvenirs?
Some anti-gravity.
That's good enough.
And
No
this
t-shirt?
lousy t-shirt.
Some specifics as to the nature of the
Yeah.
formulas for the anti-gravity.
Oh, neat.
Chilling.
I'm sure it is very fascinating.
I have 3 lectures.
We are,
Would you like to hear?
Look at this.
We will take a rain meteor storm check.
A meteor's jump check.
The souvenir
have to
model of
go.
the crucible.
You have to go. If my grandmother was involved in this, I want to know.
Well, for you, Dr. Safi, I will go talk to these sketchy
It is
antiquated
decided.
deceivers. Yeah.
We will be nearby to help kidnap.
I like it.
Us, right? Kidnap us.
Yeah,
No,
you
no.
will kidnap
You don't
us.
kidnap
To
them.
safety.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I'm
Do you wish to be kidnapped
do
for
we
safety?
need a safe word that I shout? Like, I just start
They're
shouting.
stabbing us.
Yeah.
Like,
Understanding us, that would work. There's no confusion as to what that means.
yeah, and I'll just start shouting it when they ask a question that makes me uncomfortable.
Perhaps vodka and caviar.
That is not something I would order.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
And
I
we
mean,
will,
Soren might, but I wouldn't.
maybe we do like our potato wine.
Shall we?
We will be nearby.
This will go splendidly.
No problems whatsoever.
I'll bring my little, make sure my little bonded companions floating along.
I will change into one of my leisure suits.
Cash about town.
There you go.
Yes, collars that really.
Yeah, one of the full polyester onesies, Romanov style.
Wow.
It's a suit with shorts.
Pop the collar up all the way.
I say, this is a 10,000-year-old fashion you got. You're bringing it back. Wow.
Fashion is cyclical.
I wear it well.
except bad fashion.
Yeah.
Actually, it's pretty cyclical.
Yeah, it comes back too.
Right.
sadly.
All right, so you head out. You head,
Everything's
you head
retro.
into the bar, right? And you see, it's very obvious. There's a human and a Valna. There are not any other Valna in the bar.
Is the fauna fiery colored?
I mean, reddish a bit, but not like
Okay.
a ton.
I wanted to make sure it was like
Not
wasn't like a
Icy
complete
blue
dude.
claws,
Yeah, exactly.
cold claw.
Right. I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure he was at least like an orange tabby or something.
Yeah, well, and I won't accidentally call him cold claw and give it all away.
And when you walk in, one of them elbows the other, and like almost obviously like nods to you guys.
So it's one of these.
I give that kind of polite
To each other.
response nod that you make when, when somebody gives you a little tip of the head at a bar.
Kelrin's trying to be
We head up to the
smooth.
counter.
He's walking around going,
Meanwhile, we are on the other
Yeah.
side of the
Yeah.
door. Did we make a mistake?
by the way,
Probably,
before I
yeah.
entered, I kind of put up my detect
I would've
thoughts.
been
That's going to be
happy
going
not
for
to
a few
contact
minutes.
them at all.
I'm
There's a
gonna
lot of
need it.
people in the bar.
So I'll try and focus on the two I can when I get close to them.
You don't seem to get any thoughts.
So, no thoughts.
So
Okay.
you're ordering vodka caviar.
No.
Oh, we went up to the bar.
I'm
Yeah, right off the bat. There you go.
Right?
Whoa!
Vodka caviar.
So instead, I'll
Place the
drop
precinct
that.
Can't read the minds, they're robots!
I'll drop it, and then I'll use Esper Sense instead
Ah,
to see if I'm detecting any asperity.
yes.
Esperancy.
Yes, great.
From two of them,
Yeah.
and from a couple of the other people in the bar. But
Who are all just casually hanging out, not
yes.
hopefully not these people's back. So my Lurima go like they do sometimes, just occasionally. They have a mind of their own, and you hear these two are Espers.
Kel. I've been wanting to meet you. Come.
Oh, this is them. Okay, so here we go. I'll walk over there.
We head over.
We are listening. We are two-way communication.
Yeah.
So I'll head on over and sit down. Oh yes, you must be the associates. My associates told me you associated with.
Yes, I'm Leo, and this is Baka. Why don't we get a table? A bottle, please. What would you like?
Potato wine.
No.
Vodka.
Oh,
He said fuck.
but not anything else.
Does that mean only one of us goes in? Vodka.
Okay.
And
Not
that's it.
anything. Yeah, anything. Yes. Yes, that's it. Yes. Water, please.
Vodka and
Vodka
purple
too?
onion.
Oh, do I have to?
Of course.
Then I guess so.
A bottle. Do you have good vodka or bad? It's all the same. I don't even know.
Yeah,
We have one vodka.
I've only had
There are
bad.
certain types.
Okay.
I understand that they are all similar.
Yeah, I've had very expensive bad vodka and very cheap bad vodka.
And he heads over to see.
So I hear that you have some on offer for us. Is that
I
correct?
do, and I'm hoping that we're going to get a good response now.
Well, what's that?
Positive.
Well, tell me more about who the buyers of this one might be. I mean, how much money we're talking about here?
The buyers.
Oh, they want to be secret or something?
We're brokers. We can't tell you the buyers.
Oh, I guess because we could then like cut you out, couldn't you? We go straight to the buyers, cut out the middleman, make more money.
My friend is curious, as most
I-
scientists are.
I can withdraw the question if it's a problem.
It's just a problem that we won't answer. A question we won't answer. We have to protect the anonymity of our client.
So, if you did want this vessel, would you want the whole thing intact? Could it be dismantled?
No.
And how do you think someone would sneak a whole vessel out of a building?
Well, I don't know. That's not what I do.
I see.
We can supply the finances to make something happen.
Okay.
Are you smugglers?
No, you're smugglers.
Oh, Jack is a smuggler.
I'm a scientist. You say,
This open secret is not being so much secret anymore.
We're
So
brokers.
everybody knows now.
Oh,
We're brokers.
We made
We
mistakes.
purchase
haven't we?
from one person and supply it to someone else.
What organization do you represent?
Yeah, tell me about your company. Who is it that we've been getting in business with?
With us,
Do you have business
Leo?
dossiers?
and Baca.
But I mean, are you your own company, or do you have? Are you
We're a
just employees?
consultancy. We are our own company.
Oh, okay.
What is the name of this company?
Leo and Baca.
Okay. Do you have references?
Really? Did you hear the numbers that we threw?
Well, I need to know that I'm actually going to get that money. Can you pay us in advance? Well, okay. Well, then that's. I'd like some assurances, is what I'm saying, because I'm concerned.
We can put the money into escrow.
Does that mean they hold it and check? Is that?
It's Crow, they give it to Jack.
Oh, yes. I think So you put the money somewhere that it's been verified that it's there, but we don't get it until you say. Is that how that works?
Until it's released.
Okay.
Till the conditions are met and it's released.
And the conditions would just be the delivery of this thing,
Aeroplane. And all the stuff that accompanied it.
And do you give any, let's call them guarantees or promises of security or safety once the product is delivered? Like, where would we deliver it? That seems like a dangerous proposition. I can't just bring it here.
It's true. You would not be delivering it here.
Would it be in system?
No.
Okay, so not only would you're asking us to liberate this from the arguably the most powerful and dangerous people in the system, you also want us to take it through the Crucible to some other location.
Correct. Or to deliver it to a ship that would then take it to the Crucible. We could supply a larger ship if you needed something bigger.
What if we take them up on something to see where we can go with this?
We are mostly interested in information.
That is
I thought you were mostly interested in money.
Let's pretend for the sake of argument that we aren't interested in money. And I say pretend because we are interested in money, but we're also interested in information, my friend is right.
Scientists.
What would
course,
be information equivalent to the numbers you've been throwing around? For example, about certain political realities or scientific discoveries.
I thought they weren't being subtle.
Baca, can you go check? She stands up. I'll be right back.
Hold on, hide.
Yeah, that you guys are outside, just like right around the corner.
You see Baca heading towards the door.
Oh, Baca. And so then, like, you guys can hear us. I guess you could hear them.
Yeah, well,
Right.
we're gonna make a quick beat a hasty retreat then,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh,
Is
Baca's-
it actually a hide?
Oh, Baca is going out of the.
Baca the Valna, who have enhanced senses and are great trackers and hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, them.
yeah, them.
I don't
Make
think
a
there's any.
stealth roll.
Yeah.
Stealth check.
I mean, it's not like you guys being nearby is a violation of our agreement with these people or something.
There is no
It's
agreement.
not.
Yeah, so.
We're just the other members of the crew checking out this bar.
17.
Looking into this.
Uh,
Like we're the more
26.
intelligent members of the crew.
Yeah.
not 20 and
Double-checking.
6
Wow.
on silver.
Nice.
Hide.
Baca steps out the door for a moment and then comes back. They're out there somewhere. So your friends, they don't have to hide. They can come in and sit with us too.
We like to be in the vent. Thank you very much.
They were letting us take the initiative.
Yeah, they wanted us to have our own,
But
be able
don't
to
you-
form our own opinions.
Don't you collectively make your decisions?
Yes, but it's important
let's
to
go.
have
Then why don't
several
you-
points of
They know we're
data.
here.
Alright.
But
All
yes,
right.
sir.
In about a minute, we come around.
They have already met you.
I know. We were so excited. We're so excited to meet you too.
That's
Wonderful.
tell us what you what is it you know about us besides that we landed a plane?
Crash landed.
We know that you need help with your public relations.
Hmm.
We
you
can
can
use many
provide
types of help,
and you could provide that
not included.
in lieu of some or all of that money.
Oh, yes.
So I go, head shakes.
Okay.
I want to ask how they knew that there would be a computer on this ship vessel.
And I'll telepathy back to you. It's like, I was thinking that you were going to be asking that, so you should.
So then I say, I have a question about some other information you seem to have. Not only about our PR problem, which, let's face it, is like all over the sim news. So this isn't very impressive that you know that. How did you know what we might find on the plane? Because you named 2 items in particular. How would you know those were there?
Specifically,
We mentioned the
the
goggles.
data receptacles.
Okay, I'm gonna. is
You
that-
should be there by
I'm
now.
using
Yeah,
it
we're
now.
coming
Are we there by
in.
now, I
Yeah.
assume, or-
We're coming in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're the chatty
Oh, you're
distraction.
After
You're coming
like
in?
your friends.
Alright.
Yeah, then we're gonna give
Oh,
us
they
a
stand
minute.
up when they see you guys.
Yeah, okay, good.
Your friend was just asking about the items on the plane. Have a seat.
Oh sure.
The data
Yeah, of course.
receptacle.
We have a bottle here. What?
Excellent.
The data receptacle, specifically. The logbook and
Ancient tech. I like ancient tech. You see, it's something I study.
We know.
So
Disconcerting.
yeah, ancient databases in particular. Off of old ships, the astrogate of data. You know,
Yes, you got that trait from your mother.
Disconcerting doubly.
that's
All right, let us drop the pretext.
Would we? Yeah. Would you
We
perhaps
should not
want to
continue our conversation.
hear? That's what I was
There's
gonna
way
say.
too many ears.
okay. Well, as long as we go somewhere where we feel safe. No offense.
Where do you feel safe?
Nowhere. Nowhere we're willing to take you.
We'll just
I can promise you, we're not here to threaten you.
Is there a back room? Can we like get a back room in the bar, or maybe even like?
You don't want to go in the back rooms of the bar.
They have the most listening devices.
Oh, they have champagne in the champagne room.
Yeah.
They do.
All right, so maybe
we can go to the docks or one of the docks.
Let's go to the bathroom.
like an empty docking bay, or
We took that shuttle
On
to
the
the
ship.
asteroid. I'm
Yeah.
sure
Well,
there's a lot
no,
of
not my bathroom.
people milling about
Just
there.
a bathroom.
yeah, or like a. This is really weird.
The
But like,
acoustics are
here's
good in
6
there.
people getting a motel room or something, you know. But
I don't think I want to be a part of whatever's going on there.
somewhere it's unlikely to be bugged in advance, expecting us to show up. Is all I meant. We're 6 people standing in a bathroom stall having this conversation.
We'll
I
put up the,
prefer
we'll
motel.
put up the maintenance sign that says.
Just can we even just an alley somewhere?
I'm not concerned with safety so much as
The
I am
boundless stand.
security from
We can find a place.
sensors.
We don't even have to. We can just go find a place.
Yeah, let's walk
It's
out.
an asteroid.
The docks.
It's huge.
The docks where we took the shuttle to the asteroid were quite
You're
busy.
somewhere noisy out in the middle of the docks.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Near a machining area where they're making equipment or something.
Difficult
Okay.
to be
Let's go.
overheard.
Yeah. Eavesdrop.
Eavesdropped. That was the word.
Yeah, there you go. File it away.
Yeah, just
In
no
the
shit
shower,
popped
get-
up in my head.
And Baka gets up,
We always called it sneak
and
listening.
Leo goes over to the bar and pays the tab.
So am I getting the sense of, what's the vibe I'm getting off of these people? Do they seem like,
They seem like cool customers. They do not give off vibes very easily.
Or thoughts.
They do seem enthusiastic,
okay,
which is about as far as you can read them.
all right. You do know what's going to happen. In your head, you do know that the minute we get in private, I really want to do a big data dump.
They're interested
Don't
in
do that.
intelligence.
Not on the big stuff, but like, hey, we don't like the Dubois. Can you like get them, like help us out with that? Or
Let's see what they're willing to offer.
maybe we should just ask who they really work for first.
That's a good start.
Let's start there.
And you guys head out.
If they can offer anything. besides
Sharing is
fuel
caring,
bills.
guys.
Isn't that what got us into bed with the Romanovs? Isn't that what got us into trouble with the Dubois?
I thought the Romanovs said they cared.
They do care. But they're offering us this nice job that we're going to turn down.
The Romanovs beds have silk sheets.
They do.
That sounds like caring to me.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
And
find
they
a
head
place.
to near the docks where they do ship repairs,
Right.
where there's a lot of noise
Yeah.
being made all the time.
Yeah.
This should suffice. We can find a place in
Maintenance
here.
bay.
Yeah. They go to a maintenance bay or something where there's no ship, but there's noise all around with other things being done, worked on. So, your query.
Your query.
We're interested in the aeroplane.
And its data.
So if we were to
And,
look,
and the equipment that was with the aeroplane.
if you had to choose between the airplane and its contents,
We would choose its contents.
Ah,
So it is intelligence that you are looking for.
The aeroplane is of value.
of course.
of course.
It is not worth as much as the equipment that's on the airplane.
Curiously, and obviously I know you won't reveal the buyer, but is the buyer of the intelligence the same person as the buyer of the vessel, or is the intelligence for you and maybe your associates?
The aeroplane is insignificant. We would find a buyer. If that helps you
And
with your
we,
internal conversation.
yeah. So I then just look at you guys like,
What do you want with this information?
The information is valuable in and of itself. Since it was never released on the sim, Felix was looking for places to was looking for places where the sim was not accessed or accessible. And apparently he found one because he was not found until very recently. Well, he was not found, but
it is useful to find a place free from the sim to store certain bits of data.
to store, to accumulate, to disseminate in ways that are not sim-friendly, but also Felix was an interesting person in and of himself.
We've gathered a little bit of that.
Your
Certainly.
your search brought up no information on him other than where he was born.
What search?
Oh,
You are aware of that.
push on.
Yeah, I see. Okay. So
Even one person on your crew, when you searched for that person's grandmother, you found great grandmother, you found that there was a connection.
So what I'd like to know is just who are we actually talking to? Would you describe yourself as a friend of those who are listed and that we were searching for, or are you say,
We're no friends of the Dubois, nor of the Romanovs.
Good.
That is useful.
Yeah.
so how do you feel about
Well, let's just
Felix Rose and his associates?
I don't know who Felix's associates were, but I do know that Felix was someone with bigger ideas than other people at the time.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you in agreement with those ideas? You seem to be, as you said, a rugged individualist.
We believe in rugged individuality.
Ah,
Don't you?
Yes, I do.
You're as ruggedly individualist as they come. You're fugitives for doing the right things. You are under attack. You're under attack almost constantly by illegitimate government forces. You have almost no press on your side except Cliff Mitchell, who is limited in reach at his advancing age. You have made friends with one of the worst criminal organizations because you had nowhere else to go.
That's true.
We are trying to offer you an alternative.
Kel, are we on narco-capitalist rebels?
Have you heard the phrase frying pan into the fire?
Yes.
So
Sounds good.
I will admit that I was dismayed that the Dubois managed to get the upper hand in the system, but exceptionally disappointed that the Silrain government came in and backed them up.
A valuable lesson you learned.
And the Terran government as well, don't forget.
Another
I remember
valuable
that.
lesson.
Yes.
Disillusionment is often the first step.
Oh no, we're being
Yeah, we're getting
radicalized.
recruited. Cool.
You got
Ah!
We are not so easily swayed with promises of such. Words are,
That's why we offered money
of course,
for data,
for data,
not for an aeroplane.
not for an airplane. Yes, we figured that. We figured that rather quickly.
The tentacles move. It's like, well, the funny thing is, we don't need to steal anything from the Romanovs. We've got
No,
it.
hey, that's good stuff. If we decide,
Yeah,
I mean, just back to you.
yeah.
If we decide these
Did you
guys
say
are
that?
really
No,
good.
we're doing this is
Oh.
telepathic.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be.
If we
Kel
decide
is
these guys
our
are really good.
telephone.
Maybe a perception check.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but
Oh,
it just occurred to me
shit.
while I was saying
yeah.
that
Oh.
they're Espers. They could be reading my mind.
Stop reading the minds.
That's plus. I'm actually pretty good at this. So 17.
Are they probing his mind?
Do they
Tom?
seem surprised when I telepathically? They flinch maybe.
You can make a perception check also, please.
12.
Okay. No.
The data may be
Soren's getting,
corrupted and insecure.
Soren's getting
That's,
itchy here.
telepathic. Yeah, that's true.
What?
Soren's getting twitchy here.
Yeah, sure.
He doesn't like this.
Yeah. Well, the main question is, other
Your
than
allies.
money, what can you offer us? If it was just money we were concerned with,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people we could have
Freedom.
sold out to. For whom and
We
how?
could purge you from the system, from the sim. We could offer you places of solace in play outside the system. Apparently you have one in system already.
At least
Not liking this. Soren's not liking this at all.
It's funny because you're having that reaction and Kellen's like, yeah, that's exactly what you needed. Yes.
Great, perfect.
Just give me a lab and I'm in.
Soren's not liking this at all.
Can you supply scientific support? He's like, you can all tell. He's already.
He's already bought in.
He's all in.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Although
No.
not in this system.
No.
Right.
Well, that's all right.
Core is at the moment mostly inaccessible as a place of sanctuary.
We don't like it.
Believe it or not, it is more dangerous for us to be here on this in this place than you.
We don't like this.
No, I can't believe that actually.
Without knowing more, perhaps.
Hmm.
What can you tell us about
But we consider you
the triangle? And I do the strokes, like, to exemplify the Aetheron symbol.
And Baka goes, that's the Atheron symbol.
No. It comes right out. It
Can
says
you
it.
tell us about Aetheron?
Do you have a pamphlet, perhaps? Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not to be flip, but it would be nice to have some idea of what exactly.
We came here with two opportunities for you. One is to sell the data. One is to stop being on the run from those in power and to earn your place in those with some power and make a difference.
Soren doesn't like
We're
this.
being radicalized as freedom fighters. That always works out well.
Soren legitimately doesn't like this and is about an inch away from pulling out a knife.
You're looking twitchy, Soren.
No, Jack. We are calm.
Good.
Very calm. Soren.
We're not here to force you into anything. It's your decision to do something or not. But we all also understand that in this system, your lives will be short.
You do make an appetizing offer.
Do we need to have a ship meeting?
Yeah,
This, we think this falls under the emergency discussion. We can bypass protocol. Soren gains a little bit of his composure at the thought of getting procedure together.
There you go.
So I guess so. Now that you've been clear,
And they back away a little
Yeah.
bit. Like they take a step back. They can see he's getting very tense.
Yeah.
I apologize. I don't want to be in an altercation here, but I can see that there's a stress level rising with Soren 1479. They say it right, 1479
So I was
Soren.
gonna, so.
And we apologize for that. But there's no way of getting around that. The fact of the matter is you're in a dangerous, compromised position with a criminal outfit that's trying to take you down a road that has no positive end
And you
for
are,
you.
and you are this positive, you are the alternative positive end.
We're not a positive end. We're not criminals like that.
Like that.
We appreciate
We're,
you.
at best,
Candor.
we would be considered criminals for thoughts.
They're criminals more like us.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
little bit. All
There are
right.
not a lot of us, but that we see as a strength.
Let's have the emergency
Yeah,
protocol.
so-
A
If you'll
few
excuse us
moments,
for a moment.
if you will.
Should we wait in the bar? This may take a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will,
fair.
we
Absolutely.
will seek you out.
And we should go to the
Should they
ship.
leave?
Yeah,
Should not take
after
long.
they leave.
We will
Soren,
see
make
there.
me a perception check.
Inspiration we can use. No,
I don't think that.
no, that's spent long ago. Oh, okay. You said perception?
Yeah.
22.
Baka had stealthily got her hand onto a weapon holstered
Okay.
in case.
Oh, like when you were getting nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I figured that they were.
The hand moved towards the holster.
And the weapon was, you can tell, is some kind of a non-lethal weapon. It's like a shocker or something.
Okay.
And as they took a few steps away, the hand came off and they turned and left.
Okay.
Your reputation precedes you.
Oh, good.
That's all.
Good. They have a non-lethal weapon. I have a lethal weapon.
Oh, that's not the only weapon.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not the only
You
one.
know,
they
they're
have.
not here to kill you.
Never bring a knife to a bank.
You also have a bigger non-lethal weapon.
What's my non-lethal
A
weapon?
shock maul.
Yeah, that seems pretty lethal.
Well,
I mean, it depends on how many times I hit them with it.
So we're gonna go back to the ship.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
back to the
yeah,
ship.
it's the
Back to the
most
ship.
secure location to have.
Back to the Faraday cage.
Like even telepathy apparently is not a good idea.
So let's head back and what do you? Keller's immediately like we walk in the door and it's just not even all like closed. He's like,
This is a bad idea.
what do you mean it's a bad idea? Clear our name, get us
We
out of
know
here.
nothing about these people. At least we knew what we were dealing with the Romanovs.
I know, but it was all bad with the Romanovs.
Yes, but we
What
knew
can
what
we-
we were dealing with.
How can anything be worse than all bad?
It could be even worse bad.
Well, I guess that's possible, but it
We
might
have
be
no-
some good.
We have no love of the Romanovs, but we are also reluctant to throw in with a intergalactic terrorist organization bent on tearing down.
I have no evidence that they're terrorists per se. They describe themselves as thought criminals.
Yes. What is the objective of this group?
Freedom,
From
oppressive government.
The current stable government.
That doesn't mean that they want to replace it with anarchy or destruction. Maybe they want more equality, fairness.
you are reading a lot into this.
I am.
Well, I mean, you're quite the staunch defender of the system that's found you a capital criminal.
I mean, look at this system.
It is merely needs a regime change. We believe in the system itself can work. It's the current people in it that do not.
Well, I don't know if that's any different from their view. I mean, I don't want. I mean, isn't it a problem that Silverain came in, settled in favor of the Dubois, and declared us outlaws? I'm not a fan of that.
Neither are we, but we are reluctant to immediately give up. Immediately lend aid to these people.
Well, here's the thing: if we say yes to these people, that will not by itself bring down the Silverain government.
That is not what we're. It is the same proposition on the opposite side when we were doing with Von.
Is it though? Because if we say yes to these people,
Well, no.
we agree to side with people that have some long-term goals we might not be comfortable with. If we side with the Romanovs, it's a very short-term brain coring. Now the third way is to say no to both. Can we survive that way?
We do not think that is a survivable route. We need to, at some point, very quickly leave this system. It is because we have become big fish in a far too small pond.
Apparently.
But I think trading them this information, especially if they're willing to pay us for it, I don't see any downside to that.
Yes, it is also the best way to determine what they're going to do with that intelligence.
And we should absolutely wipe it all out before we turn that dead pet over to the Romanovs.
Here's a proposal.
It was corrupted.
Yeah.
We don't sell the data to the two agents.
They already know what he is. How did they know who we were tracking down?
We copy it, send a corrupted version back to the Romanovs, and then we join the two agents. We can just give them the data in exchange for all of the information and resources they promise.
We already have a copy.
Well, that's what I mean, but share it with them.
Yes.
What we were getting at earlier is this is the equivalent to the Romanov problem. We are giving aid. Sorry.
To those who are not above apple coring one's brain.
Terrorists, maybe.
Or worse.
It is the. I actually did forget what it was.
only
Because
way
there is a parallel here.
Yeah.
There is a parallel
Is
here.
there
The only way to know
there
for
is.
certain is to ally ourselves with these individuals.
You might be right. I mean, I was seriously considering agreeing with the Romanov thing a little while ago, but maybe I'm just a joiner. What can I say?
No, because there's.
You have a lot of close friends that can
Like being with a family and a group of people.
Yeah, I
right?
just need-
It's uncomfortable outside.
I'm
Dentists are very similar.
Yeah. Yeah, dentist families.
Yeah, we're familial people.
Oh, now I remember what the parallel I was trying to draw
Cash the
was.
ship crews, the family.
Here we are.
Yes.
The parallel is this is the equivalent of doing the thing that we were going to do for them, and that we now are bound to them, or not.
Oh yes. We'll owe them big time, and we will be at their mercy. Yeah, you're right.
It's a question of who you throw in with.
Well, I generally, if I have to choose, will throw in with the ones that don't require me to do something that is abhorrent. They haven't asked us to do anything wrong yet.
Well, that's because we just met these people. Remember, we had to go through a few puffball missions to the Romanovs before we got to the actual.
And then we are able to say no to the Romanovs. We can say no to them,
We can say no to them now.
but then we don't get all the fun stuff.
Do
you have for real? Do you have a viable third option?
I do not. We do not.
Yeah.
We do. Our options are
The
either.
third option is say no to both and continue to try to destabilize the Frisian government on our own.
Not something.
I don't think
Well, we're not doing very well.
I'm really skeptical
On our
we'll
own.
We are
survive.
barely scraping by.
It is an option.
Yeah.
Our three options are throw in with the Romanovs, and we go down a path that not all of us are comfortable with, but we know what is in store for us there.
Correct.
Go it on our own and attempt to escape, or wage a small guerrilla war on our own with what limited resources we have. Not exactly a viable option.
Now, the only success we've had in guerrilla warfare was heavily subsidized by the Romanovs.
Indeed.
If they're not supporting us and indeed now unfriendly to us,
Our third option is to go with these people, to give the info, and essentially, if not join them, at least become closer to them.
I like that option.
Well, we haven't finished yet.
It is handing our security over to them.
It is, and they have promised us security and a exit from the system, which is something that we want.
Yeah.
However, we have no guarantee that we're not jumping into something much worse.
That's fair.
It is a choice between the evil we know and the evil we don't, quite literally.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
We are not against, for all the problems we have, we are not against joining with the Aetherin. However, we cautioned to it quickly about getting into bed with them, so to speak. Even the Romanovs took us time to figure out more what they wanted.
You cannot read their thoughts.
No, they're Espers, so they were protecting themselves, I think.
If they were to not, so that we could ascertain certain truths, that would be a good sign.
The other problem that we do not care for is they know more than they should on us. That is what makes us nervous.
Well, obviously they have excellent intelligence.
Yes, all the more reason I feel that we should ally with them, if only to learn more.
Yeah.
We would just like our opinion.
I think you know what? I think you're right, Soren. Maybe, why don't we make a proposal to them that tries to make a compromise? We will deliver this data to them that they so clearly want in exchange for their support and help that I think I want, and maybe some of us also would, but with some sort of conditions where this is temporary, this is provisional, we have the right to leave at any time.
Assistance with guarantees.
We are just not comfortable. This is joining. We do not like this on a practical level, that we are essentially at the mercy of people we do not know. The Romanovs, we at least know what we were dealing with. And on a frankly philosophical level.
Is there a way to get what we need from them that doesn't require us to physically become true believers?
We don't think that they will. They will attempt to do what the Romanovs did. They will attempt to convert us via their own ways.
Well, now you don't know that's true though.
But they've already tried that. You yourself just heard their speech.
Well, if all they're going to give me are the occasional philosophical speech about individuality, I'm okay with that.
Some intelligence assets are simply such.
But that's what I'm saying. This is a new faction. I
agree.
just don't want us. We just don't want us running in with nothing. They know more on us than, to our knowledge, the Romanovs or the Dubois have been able to, at least to our knowledge, to show.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're dangerous.
We are at a disadvantage.
That scares us. It really does. For the record, we are in favor of assisting them, especially at this moment, as we are at a disadvantage and we do need to leave system. However, we are not for breaking bridges with the Romanovs. We would like to keep that channel open, even if that means sending the data, or at the very least.
On this, I concur.
Yeah, I agree. That seems.
But the corrupted version of it, or not at all, gobbledygook? Because this is going to be the first time we've really played them false.
It will
But I
depend
don't
on
want to get into that
what
information.
Baka says, but we could do either.
Well, if we intend to do that, we do it in secret. They must not know.
Who, the new people?
Aetheron.
If we do what, send the Romanovs the data?
Yes.
I don't want to send them the data. I think I'm uncomfortable with that. I don't know how they would use that, and they would be able to use it in ways that are much more dangerous.
Well, if we are uncomfortable with giving it to Aetheron, once again, it's the evil you know versus the evil you don't.
There's no, from our point of view, there's no substantive difference between the Romanovs and the Dubois, except the Dubois are a little more technologically advanced.
And the Dubois hate us.
And they hate us personally, but if you...
And are in the greater position of power.
Yeah, the Romanovs are just looking to turn that around. I don't think they're any different.
We make no mistake. We hold no great ideological loyalty to the Romanovs. However, they have been a benefactor to us. They have not played us false, and they are an enemy of our enemy.
I disagree. I think that the very request they made of us is unacceptable.
And we deny the request. We do not. simply stab someone in the back because we do not like it.
It was a request. I would rather not do the double cross to the Romanovs either.
So I think there sounds like there's two proposals. One is we say the proposal I favor is we share the data with the Aetheron people and we go with them. But that's the limit of our commitment. Like we leave the system with them through their means, and we send a scrambled version or a wiped version of the hard drive device to the Romanovs.
Oh, white.
I think
Right.
nothing left. It's
The
got
second option is-
anything to find.
Exactly the same, but the data goes in the opposite direction. We don't share it with the Aetheron, we do with the Romanovs?
No, we
No.
share with both.
Oh, both. Okay.
It is not that it is.
Why don't we ask the Aetheron people what they would think about that? I know what they're going to say, but it will reveal their intentions a little more clearly.
Well, that's the thing. It will. We already know what they will say.
Yes.
We
Don't.
merely
Yeah, I guess.
don't.
But if they could explain why they wouldn't like that, it would reveal where they're.
But it reveals our hand right now. This is the one piece of advantage we have is we have the data. They don't even know we have the data.
They probably suspect pretty strongly. They
I
know we were
believe
doing
they
the
know we
searches.
have the data, or
Okay.
are very
Yeah,
certain
yes.
of it. I believe they would also know if we transmitted the data
Yeah.
to the Romanovs.
I think they learned
If it
that.
goes via the channel, definitely.
However we do that, it will have to be done securely.
So if we did deliver it, we'd have to deliver it in person.
In person. Here you go.
More than likely, yes.
We just don't want to burn the bridge of what we know in favor of this new shiny toy we have in front of us.
I understand that. I guess.
We will, as always, we will abide by the group decision, and we will do everything in our power to keep everyone here safe and or functioning. But we do feel that we are abandoning our admittedly less than trustworthy, less than moral allies in favor of someone who we literally just met.
I suppose I would rather, for me, I would rather go it alone than be allied with the Romanovs anymore.
Oh, I think we've kind of reached that point.
Yeah, so it's like we either go with Aetheron or we go it alone. I'm willing to try not to piss off the Romanovs, but I don't see them as allies I need or want to keep. I agree, we shouldn't burn the bridge.
And if we are amenable to, at the moment, the Romanovs do not know we have the data,
Right.
Or that it is viable.
or that it is viable.
No, I think we mentioned its existence.
We found a device.
But not it was
Device.
corrupted
We
and
hadn't
insecure.
we
Yes.
hadn't even turned it on yet by that point.
So we are willing to, if you are uncomfortable with making sure that the Romanovs are on our side via material aid, we can ensure that we don't have any problems by not spiking them, so to speak.
Is there a Romanov agent on the Deep Point station that we know of?
Not that you know of, but there are
Yeah,
sometimes
there's
here.
gotta be, but yeah.
Just so we could just hand it over to them.
Yeah.
While the intelligence agents, Aetheron, would want us to not send them that data, it is an intelligence organization. They may want us to keep up appearances.
Or they might
We
want
may
to.
be able to continue to have an amicable relationship with the Romanovs.
Yeah, that's right. It might seem-
As assets.
Yeah, they might think of us as double agents in a way. So maybe we should, what do you think about asking the Aetheron, even if you already know the answer?
Yeah,
It seems that no one, we are all right with asking Aetheron about this. We just want to make sure that we do not burn this bridge.
Okay.
We will gladly take the aid of the Romanovs if, in our time of need, even if it is making a deal with the proverbial devil. You are correct. They are no better than the Dubois. The difference is we are at war with the Dubois.
Yeah. I'm fine with not literally just giving Vanya Romanov the middle finger. That's fine.
yeah.
If we can
You've
have our cake and eat
downloaded
it
all
too,
of the
though.
information on the tablet already.
Yes, this is a secure console
Alright.
that I created myself.
So we asked the Aetheron people what they think about sharing of this data that we said we would deliver to the Romanovs.
Yeah.
And then and then either way, we go ahead and go with them, but with conditions?
With conditions. We just
You don't even need to turn that over to them. You can just say we're going to hold on to it for now.
To the Aethron people. Yeah, as it we'll release it to you once you
Certain
get it safely
guarantees. Yes.
out of the system.
And we will attempt to at least maintain, if not friendly, then remain neutral relations with the Romanovs.
They might be suspicious that we provided them a wiped hard drive, but because it's probably not easy to make that look like.
Boots.
It can
What
be.
can Boots do? But I think Boots could probably alter the information just to make it no longer viable.
It can be organically corrupted.
If worse comes to worse, we can just break it.
I think we should ask the Aethron people, because here's why. The Aethron people seem to know all the names on that list already, and they already know that there's no information on the sim about them. So they might feel quite comfortable letting those names get out, because it's like, well, we've already wiped them.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We are not against it. It is just, once again,
Yeah.
the
Because it would be nice if we could deliver everything we promised to the Romans.
Well, like Felix, for instance, there seems to be more information here than anything we found on the sim, right?
Yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
stuff on the
it's
sim
it's got
The
kind
thing
of
on
more
Felix is
here.
the least you've ever seen on
Yeah,
anybody
that's
on
Something-
Oh, but there's a
Somebody
lot.
wrote-
There's more data here.
Yeah, there's a
in
dossier.
the tablet. Okay, so that's
Yeah, that is okay. I bet you this is not information that we should share.
so now we have the problem.
Let's ask Boots. If Boots could wipe this in a way that looks natural.
or alter it.
It can be done.
I'd have to do it manually
Worst case, we just break it.
because it doesn't have any connection ports. It is not made to be connected to anything external.
Gotcha. With a robot or something?
Or just
If we
physically
connect it
remove
to
the hard disk and
you?
destroy it, and then like smash it.
That could be done.
Could you make a copy
It
of
can be
the
open.
copy that I made and then corrupt that?
You mean change the data?
Yes. Could just alter it all.
Yeah, the data could be changed.
In a way that's
Imperceptibly.
Well, any records would show a date of change if they know how to read it.
I think destroying is better than altering.
A shrewd programmer would be able to see through it.
No doubt, those are
It could be
used
done
by
where
both sides.
Yeah.
if they're not looking for data of any importance on this, they seem to actually be looking for the airplane. They may not realize the value of what's here.
The Romanovs, no, they might not actually.
No, hopefully not.
They didn't even mention make sure you find it was just they wanted the physical object.
Yes.
That was actually our condition, was that we
If
get
we
to
find
copy
any-
any
Yeah.
information.
I mean,
We
a
become
damaged
people.
old computer would not be unexpected.
yeah.
Say you couldn't retrieve any data, it seemed to be completely broken.
Yeah. So I say we physically
We have a very interesting story in the logbook.
There you go.
yeah. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing compromising
There
here.
isn't. No. He just talks
Oh.
about
Just he's
like,
happy to be.
talks about his
yeah,
plane
off on
going
his own.
kaput.
Yeah.
The sim does not reach. That's good.
That's good.
literally the only
Yeah,
thing.
maybe he just
Well, and that was what they told us about him already, was that he liked to live off the grid and he's just an eccentric kind of guy.
maybe some people like to unplug.
What?
Yeah, boots. Some people.
Like going camping.
All right. So I think yes.
Okay.
It sounds like we reached a consensus.
Let us.
Destroy the hard drive.
So our plan is we will have a backup copy for ourselves.
We have that.
We will.
And we can choose to share with the Aethron people once they give us the safety, if we decide that's in our interest.
Yes. We will. Our plan. Just so we are all clear and all on the same page. We will destroy the hard drive of the laptop.
Yep.
Of the physical laptop. We will have a copy for ourselves.
Yep.
We have chosen to take up Aethron on their offer to get us out of system, and we get us out of system. We will not do anything overtly to antagonize the Romanovs. We will,
Sending them the whole broken one.
Yeah.
Okay.
we will politely decline on their previous offer,
Yes.
and we keep our options open and be ready to run at a moment's notice.
And we're in a great shape
That is
for
a
it.
sound
Yeah.
plan.
Exactly. And this ship, if any ship can get us away from super spies, it's going to be this one.
I will start copying the drive. Again.
Again, yeah.
Okay, good.
Let us know when you're
Redundant
finished.
backups.
Let us know when you're finished. We will get the hammer.
Right, some nails right through the hard
There
Well,
drive.
this time I'm not putting it into a whole nother console. I'm just putting it in like onto onto a drive strip.
Just don't make sure it's nothing that can't connect to the system.
No, it's it's a thumb drive basically.
Right.
So I guess we
So
just,
you have marching orders.
yeah.
It's
This is where we're
data
playing.
stick.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank
What's
you.
it say? Wait,
Oh,
what's
wait,
it say on
so we
there?
got, what rule set are we
Is this
going?
all a homebrew campaign?
Oh,
What rules is this going on?
Probably
Five,
this-
right? Yeah, that's from Ralph Wiggums.
Sorry, Ralph, if you're still with us.
It is a homebrew campaign.
Right.
It is using Esper Genesis, which is a D&D 5e science fiction variant.
Yeah, it's its own campaign setting with a homebrew.
It's a homebrew campaign within
Take on
within the system that is in the game. Yeah, there's a lot of homebrew in it. A lot of homebrew.
It all good campaigns like that.
Yeah. To me, that's the most fun, is the homebrewing.
Thank you, Ralph Wiggum
Thank you.
117.
Thank you.
If you're still with us.
Hope to see you next week. Bye.
So